Hey everybody, it's the Rum Meister Unleashed. It's the late show. It's Friday, May 18th, 2018. In the house right now, we have on your screen from Santa Monica, California, we have Caleb Rapoport in the house right now.
Yeah, and I got a mute.
And that's his new 5150 that he's built. So Caleb, let's give the guys in the chat the rundown of that puppy. The body, the neck, all the hardware.
Okay, let's do it. About 2 months ago, I ordered a body from K&E Guitars in Oxnard, California. And that came within like a week. And so I started the paint job, taped it up. I knew I wanted to go silver. I found a paint can that was a stainless steel silver. And we did that. I put the stickers on, the decals, as we say in Canada. And and then just I knew the pickup was going to be either the 78 that I have or the Frankenstein that I also have. So I didn't know until very last minute what I was going to put in it. So then I ordered the neck from Music Craft, and it's an 8191 EVH with an R2 nut and the wider version of the R2. And so I ordered this neck. It's got stainless steel vintage frets, and away we went. It took like 7 weeks for the neck to come. And so I painted the body. Everyone saw the progress of that, or progress, as you say in Canada. And hey, Dave. And then what's that nice music?
I don't know.
It's the invite. It's my computer ringing.
Oh, okay. And then Mr. Steve Andersen, our host, he sent me, was kind enough to gift me this beautiful chrome Floyd rose. And I added my FU tone upgrades to it. The titanium string blocks, the stainless steel screws, the EVHD tuna, the big block on the bottom, and the neck came, and I painted her, and the decal or the decal failed as far as the clear coat that I tried to put over it just basically ate it up, and so I gotta figure out how to redo that. But
you don't need a clear coat for it. If you have a water slide, it will stick to the paint. It won't stick to the bare wood of the guitar, but it'll stick to that paint.
Okay.
So you don't need to put clear on it.
All right. Well, then away we go. Maybe I'll do it during the show.
That's what I did with mine, Caleb. I just put it on, and it's stayed on there ever since. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try that. And
if it doesn't, you know what you can do? I'm sorry, Caleb.
No,
rough up the area just the tiniest bit with sandpaper, just the tiniest bit, and it should work fine.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And yeah, I'll try that. But I brought it to my guy at Sam Ash. The guy Sal at Sam Ash in Hollywood has been working on my guitars for 15 years, and a week later he had it ready. And I did try the that sticker for the bobbins that I mentioned in the chat before. I tried that out of the box, and it looked cool, but then I just kind of got sick of it and thought, well, let's just go all black, and I peeled it off. But I don't think it affected the sound at all because the pole pieces are exposed. So,
what color was the sticker, Caleb?
It was white. I have the other half of it. I have the other half of it right here.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, but I went with the Frankenstein, and it's just loud. It's so the guy who put it together, Sal, said like it's the loudest guitar he's ever put together. Like, for some reason, it's very loud. I don't know what that means because I always thought the amp made it loud, but it's
well, I think Dave knows the details of the different like power that these pickups put out, right? I know the 59 is like one of the lower power outages, and then they sort of the 78 has a higher output, and then that that Frankenstein one has a high output. Yeah.
Well, the output on that's over 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, did he mean the pickup is loud or the guitar itself is loud, even acoustically?
I think he meant like both. Obviously, the pickup is doing a lot of the work, but
some of these guitars are just really, they resonate really, really, really well, and they're loud. They're loud guitars acoustically.
Yeah, it's awesome though. I mean, I'm in love with it, so I'm very happy.
Awesome. So it sounds like you have a lot of pickups sitting around. You have like every type of Van Halen pickup sitting around in your place.
Yeah, well, I had the Frankenstein was in that beautiful telly that I made. So that thing's stripped down to nothing now because I took the Floyd off that, and that's going to go in the Chemtrails guitar. So,
oh yeah,
I have this really nice telly body just sitting here with some guts in it and that front pickup still, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. So we will see.
So what's left for the Chemtrails guitar? What's left to do on that?
It's with Sal, and he's just gonna put it together. It was supposed to be ready today, and he just told me to give him through the week, the weekend, early next week. So I'll have it next week.
Nice.
So I'll have 2 new guitars. Which
right on.
Always exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's new with you, Dave?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Feeling good.
Right on, man.
Everything's okay. I don't know. Just been it's been a good day. So.
Right on. Oh, I heard earlier this week, Dave, the Walla Walla Telecaster you were thinking about. That's not sort of happening for you.
No, I'm not buying any more guitars at the moment. I just can't. The money isn't there, and I need to start playing the ones that I own.
Yeah.
Right.
Right
Yeah. Yeah.
on.
How's your guitar coming?
Just waiting for Gato tuners is what I'm waiting for. So I am going to be waiting for the 90-degree ones. Just the look. I like the look of them better than the crown heads. So yeah, waiting for that right now. Yeah. Okay. In the house from New Zealand, we have Fender Guru, Quentin James, John Bale 5150, the master of the poof shirts, Zach Thong, Frank C's in the house. Awesome. So guys, yeah, Johnny I think is eating, and Jay should be with us shortly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What guitars? What do you have in your hands, Steve?
Oh, this is a 2016 Charvel San Dimas. Yeah, I just saw the quilt on this one, and like my guitar shop here in Victoria, there's nothing with a Floyd Rose on it. So if you want anything, you sort of have to order it through them. So yeah, I just saw it on a website and said, yeah, give me one of those.
Is that an American
one? Made in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. The only thing about these, just because I know we also all sort of have that Eddie thing in us, is these Floyds are floating.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have one that floats.
Yeah, so whether it's I got a couple of Fender Strats with floating Floyds and a couple of Charvels, but yeah, that I'd say is the only sort of downfall. Yeah.
So you have all your Strat neck guitars out today.
I think they're almost all Strat guitars. Mine. I mean, I don't.
Well, Fender headstock. I mean.
Oh yeah, I got a Yeah, there's a few. I got a 1984 Kramer back here. I got the 5150 I built. I got the EV8 Stripe series is there. Yeah, lots of stuff. Oh, and thanks very much, Dave. Just today, do you know a guy named Jerry Leica?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just sold me a Whale Tail Floyd for like $400.
Nice.
I was thinking about buying that myself.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one.
Dave, I got a question for you. Yeah, the Kramer 1984, let's say from the 84 tour, the one that I'm going to build next, that has the chrome hardware. Do you know exactly what Floyd was on that? What
Yeah, it was a
chrome?
Whale Tail.
Oh, it was, eh? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So both of them, the 84 and the 5150. Okay.
They're both brother and sister guitar, same exact guitar.
Yeah. Was there any other ones of those old Kramers that had a Floyd Whale Tail?
A lot of Eddie's guitars had those on them. Yeah.
Huh.
The Frankenstein from the
Kramer?
well, the Kramer had one, but the Frankenstein, when it had the beak neck on it for the US Festival, that had a Whale Tail on it at that time.
What about the Hunt for Teacher, Dave?
No.
Oh, okay.
Had a regular original Floyd on it.
Oh, okay.
With the newer style nut as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. Cool. Hey, David Ennis, Stratocaster man. The David Ennis is here. Yeah.
Hey, David.
Most of the guitars that Unkert made, the Frankenstein looking ones, they had the old Whale Tails on them. Most of them. The one that the Music Zoo got, the nut was from a Whale Tail. With the hump, the clamps, but the actual Floyd Rose is not. It's a newer Floyd Rose.
Right. Huh. So that's like around 1981 into 1982 then.
Yeah.
When Unkert was there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to him, Dave?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How's he doing?
He's busy. Busy man.
So he has does he have his own guitar line still?
No, he does repairs during the day, and he's in like 2 bands that play. He plays like 6 nights a week.
Right. That's like, what is it, 30s and 40s music that he plays?
No, I think he plays like a lot of bluegrass. He does blues. It's funny because he plays guitar, but in the bluegrass band, I believe he plays stand-up bass.
Oh wow!
I saw him play guitar. I crap you not. You would think Eddie Van Halen was a beginner. That's how good Paul Unkert is. As hard as that is to hear, it's the truth. You hear Paul Unkert play, he's ridiculously good. Ridiculous how good a guitar player he is.
So, Dave, does he have any recordings? Anything like?
I don't know. But the last time I was at his house, I just watched him play for a few minutes. He played it. He played an old vintage, mid-60s Stratocaster that he was playing these runs on. He's ridiculous how good he is.
Awesome. Hey, Caleb, Fender Guru has a question. Why is the eye bolt in that position on your guitar?
I just saw that, and maybe Dave could answer. Was 5150 the first time that went to the back like that?
No, the Frankenstein. The reason why it's that way in the 5150 is because he broke the one that was at the edge on the edge. Okay. He broke it inside. I guess doing jumps or whatever. So he needed a place to put it. But the on the Frankenstein, it was in the back as well.
So the 5150 still has the broken.
Yeah, has a broken piece inside of it. Yeah,
probably a tone secret too.
Yeah, and if you look at my replicas, both of them have broken pieces inside there to make it.
Did you jump to?
I did that. No. No, but when I was in my 20s and 300 pounds, I used to do that on stage, and it was very funny to see, but I was able to do it. I was able to do it and not be winded even.
Oh, I want the still of that.
I might be able to coax a photo from somewhere. My mom may actually have photos.
Full flight Air Nesdal. Let's see it.
We could get a shirt made.
Oh yeah, John BL, get on it.
Yeah.
In cowboy boots.
Yes, in cowboy boots. I was wearing snakeskin cowboy boots where there was a photo of, or a few of those photos done.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling I've seen the picture.
You may have.
I have a feeling that I've seen. You got everybody creep Nesdal's Facebook page, and
I don't think you'll see it on my Facebook page.
I'm thinking I saw it at some point.
It might be on the internet somewhere, but it's not on my Facebook page.
You know, hey everybody. Yeah, and as far as Unkert, his band has a. I think they have a YouTube. They have a Facebook.
Oh, cool.
So they have a Facebook. So there are videos of him playing. I've seen them. Before we had him on the first time, I was doing research and I found his band's Facebook and saw him play. Yeah, but it's not like what you guys would think. You know, the guy that was making guitars for Van Halen, just plays a totally different style. You know, and that's the way it should be. You know.
Yeah.
There are a lot of styles out there. I mean, when I saw Derek Trucks play, I wanted to quit, and I don't even play like that, but I was like, God, that's the most incredible stuff I've ever seen, especially with the slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, just amazing control. So,
hey Johnny, is there any progress with your build you're doing right now? You had to get the bridge drilled out. Is there any progress with that?
No. What I was gonna do, where is it? Well, it's right here. Yeah, I got the Schaller from John Storms Guitars.
Nice.
Thank you again, John, if you're watching. Yeah, he told me exactly which one to get. Whoa.
No mufflers again. No mufflers on the motorbikes around here.
Okay.
Not kidding.
Slow down.
Wow. But yeah, anyway, I mean, John, he knows what he's talking about too, because he's built or rebuilt a lot of Wolfgang guitars. If you guys check out the Storms Guitars Facebook page, so yeah, he knew. He knows. Yeah. So, no, I was gonna have Zipkin do it.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't tell me this, but since we follow each other on Twitter, in the feed, it's right there. He was playing guitar or something at a convention recently, and he fell off a stage and hurt his wrist.
No way.
He landed on his wrist or something. Yeah. So he's wearing like a brace. Yeah. I just happened to see it on Twitter. So I guess maybe I'll be waiting a little while, or I don't know. I mean, there's no progress since the last time.
Yeah.
The video I did with the strap clips, yeah.
Huh.
It's cool though. I mean, I got this one to play. I got the Bozique one to play.
Yeah.
To use to record with. Actually, I'll be recording this weekend. Actually, with the Bozique Wolfgang.
You should name it Bozique.
Yeah.
It is.
The Bozique.
It's the Bozique.
The Bose Wolf.
Dave, Fender Guru's asking if you could show your green PV up close. That's something.
Yeah, you know what? During this video, I will. When I get up, I got to take some medication in like 5 minutes. So when I have to do that, I'll grab the guitar and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Fender Guru, Dave needs to be wearing pants for that.
No, I'm wearing pants. I'm wearing a shirt and pants, but it's cold in my living room, so I have my blanket on.
And Fender Guru, what was the last song Eddie recorded using the 5150? You guys can correct me. I think it was Judgment Day.
Correct.
All right. Right on. Hey, Vintage Sounds. Hey, Desert Threads.
Hey.
All the regulars are here.
Well, irregulars.
Yeah, where's Jay?
Where is he?
I'm sure Desert Threads can't wait for Jay to get here.
Yeah, he said he was on the phone. So he should be in here shortly. I was having dinner. If you guys want to know, it was ranchero beans with like quesadilla, all homemade. Good stuff. Oh, there he is.
There's Jay Hannon.
Hey.
Hey, Jay, did you get anything in the mail yet?
No. Did you hear that?
Oh.
Yeah. That was my reaction when I came out of the bathroom just now. I mean, holy smoke.
Even to yourself?
Yeah. If this was the 70s or 80s and there was wallpaper in that bathroom, it would be peeling off of the walls.
I don't know. You guys, you know it's bad when it's when your stuff stinks to yourself, right? Or should it normally?
Nah, George Carlin, I think, said it best when he says, "You know, you're getting old when you start leaving the same smells in the bathroom that your father left in there." Yeah.
Okay, Jay. Any update?
I didn't have time. I was on the phone, so I didn't have time to put it in a real rum cup. But I put it in this. So cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Hope you get your gift this weekend.
I still think you're nuts for sending it, but thank you.
No way, man. This was it had to be done. Jay, what's going on with the Stealth?
Can't talk about it.
Come on.
I'll tell you off air.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were doing so well.
Poop show.
Yeah.
I was informed by my business manager / wife. Not to talk about it anymore.
Oh.
She knows what's good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Johnny, you know those striped sneakers look better with black laces, right?
I guess they would, wouldn't they?
They do. I put black laces on mine. They look dope.
Oh, really?
What about the Bumblebee ones? I've got a pair of the low top Bumblebees that I got from Van Halen store.
Mm-hmm.
Same with those. Actually, on the channel here, there's an unboxing of those shoes from Van Halen store. If you search this channel, you'll see it. But I got a pair of the Bumblebee ones. I'm pointing over there because that's where I keep them. I use them as shoes to wear into the garage. You know, I've got different
too.
I've got different shoes for different. I've got my main tennis shoes that I wear everywhere. You know, I've got indoor shoes, which are the Vans. I only wear those indoors. And then I've got the Bumblebee Van Halen shoes that I wear into the garage. Those shoes, I washed them, and the laces just vanished.
Yeah, like a pair of socks.
They were gone.
Yeah.
So now I've got a pair of shoes, low tops with no laces at all. So they're kind of.
By the way, have you guys seen those new shoes and those new ads? Like they're coming across my Facebook. There's all kinds like running shoes, like a whole new company is
and bikinis.
Yeah, have you seen that?
I don't know why the Van Halen EVH people haven't busted that up.
Well, I think it's maybe a deal. I think it's maybe okay. It's got.
It's been going on for a couple of weeks, Cale. You're right, man, and I can't believe that the kibosh hasn't been put on that yet.
There's a trademark on all those designs.
It's got to be okay.
The thing is, well, is Joe Wentz awake? Because Joe actually orders all that stuff. You know, and
I'm telling quality.
I doubt it. I would think maybe that stuff is like overseas stuff, like coming from Russia or somewhere
where he can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, that's what I would think. But Joe Wentz actually orders like a lot. Like you see those T-shirts. Like I'd rather be playing guitar than blah blah blah. You know, Joe actually orders that stuff off Facebook. And I'm like, dude, are you? That's
Well, as long as
insane.
you know what's funny about that, you just reminded me of something. This was probably around 2003. Does anybody remember the Jordan 5s, the Michael Jordan sneakers, the Air Jordan 5s?
Mm-hmm.
They were, in my opinion, the coolest Jordans ever made, right?
With the grill on the side. Right?
Yes. And the reflective tongue.
Yes.
So anyway, they never, I think they made like a special run of them later on, but they were like, so much money. And I always wanted a pair of those.
You got the Chinese version.
Yes. So here's what happened. I ordered them online and, I said size 12.
Yeah.
I got them.
Wait, let me guess. There were 3 shims in them.
Oh,
And it still needed another one.
Or the tongue was broken because all his
Dude.
necks are always broken.
They were basically like a kid size.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even get like my toes in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
anyway,
sizes from Japan are like 4 sizes too small.
well, the funny thing is, right, is like when you order them, it says they run slightly. I forget the terminology. Like they run slightly small or something like that. So order maybe a half size larger than what you would normally be. So I think in Nikes I was like 11 and a half or something like that. So I got a 12.
Yep.
So when I wrote the email to the company and said, I ordered a 12. I usually wear an 11 and a half in Nikes, and these things are a kid size. They're like they don't even fit my girlfriend. You know what I mean? So their response was, well, we explain on the website that they do run small. And I'm like, 7 sizes too small? Like, how? You know what I mean? So anyway, long story short, they wouldn't send my money back. But I think my mom or something, one of the ladies she worked with had a kid that wore like a 5 or something. So I sold them to him or her.
They had a shoe. They had a shoe horse or whatever, a horseshoe, whatever that thing is. And your foot got in there eventually.
A shoehorn.
A shoehorn. There, what I say? A shoe horse. Horseshoes. I live in the country. I mean, that's
Country. I live in the country.
yeah.
Or he's on his 5th beer. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was with lunch.
Yeah. So Dave, did you got your PV there, Dave?
yeah, got it right here.
Yeah. So Fender Guru wants the rundown of that guitar.
It's a TV Wolfgang Special Deluxe in green.
Nice.
It has a Fernandez sustainer pickup in it. It's basically set up exactly the way Eddie's guitar was in 2004.
Before he destroyed it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, after.
Well, I played the guitar after it was destroyed. I played his guitar. Played his guitar last year. I think it was last year. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Who has it?
Well, some guy in Germany now, but the Music Zoo had it for a while. They were selling it for Eddie. Chip Ellis put it back together and sent it to the Music Zoo, and they made this deal happen. And it was as good a guitar as you could ever expect it to be. I mean, yeah, it was beat up. It was the sustainer pickup was taken out of it. The whole sustainer system was taken out of it. It had 2 Wolfgang pickups in it, but it still had the 5150 on here. Mm-hmm. The neck was, in great shape. It had, stress marks from where it cracked back here. There was paint chips missing all over it. But it was like a religious experience playing that guitar. It was very cool.
Well, I have 2 questions. One of them being, what did he do to destroy it?
You could see that on YouTube.
The very end of the tour.
Yeah, I think it was the last. Well, it was the last show of the tour. I think.
Last show, last song. the end. Where
I think
where
I've seen it. I had to have seen it.
Yeah, where Eddie goes up to the mic and says, "Thank you all for paying my rent," and it was really sad. And he destroyed that guitar on stage, and never talked to Sammy again. So.
My second question is, why did he want to sell it when Chip put it back together?
I have no idea why he wanted to sell it. He was selling quite a few of his instruments.
Yeah, he was selling Art Series every show. But he knew the PV deal was ending. So,
well, this was just the last year the guitar sold. So I mean, it was well into the he's using EVH guitars now. He's not using the PVs anymore, and the Cherry Sunburst one, which is hanging in his studio, it's the same exact guitar. And I guess he felt he had no need for it. And the money that it collected, which I'm not going to tell you how much it made, but it made a mint of money.
It wasn't GERD, was it?
No. But it's a lot of money for a guitar that doesn't have stripes on it.
Yeah. So Dave, that guitar you're holding there, what's the price tag on that back in the day?
$12.99 brand new.
Oh, okay.
Wow, US.
Don't you wish that was it now for that guitar?
I mean, this is a flat top. It's not an arch top guitar. This was their lower line model, if you will, of the two that they made in America. Quality is amazing. The build quality is fantastic. But I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, this doesn't have a tilt back headstock like the arch tops did. It doesn't have an arch top. What else? That's it. I mean, it's just, other than that, it's just a run-of-the-mill good Wolfgang. Really good guitar.
Well, Michael Smith said, I played that guitar Dave is holding when I was at his house, and it played and sounds amazing. Well, it doesn't surprise me. Everyone that said they played any of your guitars at your house said they're all ridiculous. So
thank you. Yeah, it's I mean, just comes from a long time of tinkering with guitars, Yeah. I mean, I used to play them for a living. I don't play them for a living anymore, unfortunately, because you can't make a living playing guitar anymore. But I've been setting up and building guitars since I was 19. It's a long time.
I was a wee little lad.
Yeah.
I have another question. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be Steve Andersen for a few minutes here.
Go ahead, Jay.
So Dave.
Go ahead, Jay.
So Fernandez Sustainer. Have you tried any guitars with the Sustainiac in them? And what would the difference be, if any, or if it's just
no, I've never. This is the only Sustainer guitar. That's a lie. I played two. I played this one and Pete Caruccio's, because the only reason I played his because I set it up. I set his guitar up and it happened to have one in it. Same exact guitar, not green. I think his is white with black stripes on it. But it's got the same exact pickup in it. And these things, I would never want to install one. The wiring is so intricate. There's more wires than I wouldn't know where to begin. So thank God this was already in this guitar when I bought it.
Because I know Vi had a Sustainer, and I think he switched to Sustainiac, I don't know, a couple of years ago or something, because I was watching, I think from 2017, he did a video talking about some of his songs and stuff, and like giving quick little rundowns of how he plays certain licks and certain riffs. And it was a single coil Sustainiac.
Yeah. They do the same with this. They make them that fit either in a humbucker or a single coil.
Yeah.
The ones that were in Eddie's guitars were the single coil ones, because I don't know why he did that, but because he did. But it's the same exact thing. One side's a dummy and the other side is it's a single coil anyway. So even though it looks like a humbucker, it's just made to fit a humbucker route.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I've never played. I mean, I have a. I'll show you. I have one of these things. I have an Ebo. You know, and every recording that I do or every album that I do, I always suggest using this for something, even if it's a background part behind something, and they just sound so cool. You know?
Well, the cool thing about having the sustainer is it gives you the Ebo effect, and then you get the high octave effect.
Well, they kind of have that in the Ebo as well. They'll have like the normal, and then they'll have the high as well. But I think that does more. Hello?
This one goes to 11.
Dan Halen saying no, Jay. Did I say something wrong?
Hey, Caleb, Mr. McAllister has a question about the painting method you used for your build you're holding in your hands.
Yeah, Spanky, right at the top of the show, I did a good little explanation on it, but I can show you some of the stuff you need. Basically, you need certain width tapes, and there's some pictures on the internet that show the width tapes of all the stripes on the 5150. And what you can do is just follow that schematic and get the widths. Like I got mine off Amazon, and you know what? There's one stripe on the guitar I'm not happy with because it's not wide enough and it's slanted. So it's this stripe right here. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch wide. It's probably, you know, a couple millimeters thinner than it should be, and it's a little slanted this way, and that's why the 5 in the 5150 runs through it. In the real one, it just runs right up the side of it. So this stripe should be going a little more north-south when you look at the guitar like that. So it's the only stripe I'm really disappointed with in the paint job. But
redo it.
Yeah.
Redo it. Rob Johnson, redo it.
Right. God, it's so.
And you know, if you didn't point that one out to me, I wouldn't have never known that, because I wouldn't have noticed it. I noticed most of the stripes on the 5150, but that one I take for granted. I've never noticed it.
Yep.
And you know what? Your guitar is so cool the way it is that it wouldn't bother me. It just doesn't bother me because the guitar is cool as it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm very happy with it, but there's always, like, you know, you always want it to be perfect. So it's not, but I'm getting great reactions. I can't stop looking at it. If you notice the little dot in the spider web, I actually did it later on. I didn't get it in the original paint job. I taped it off, and I used one of those silver Sharpies and just made the little dot right there. So I was so bitter that I couldn't get the dot in the original paint job that I was like, it has to have that center dot. It has to have it. So I figured out how to do it.
Well, how do you know Eddie's isn't just a dot?
What's that?
How do you know that Eddie's just isn't a red dot?
I don't know. You don't know.
Eddie wouldn't care enough to do it.
Well, if you look at the lines, there should be a little sliver there, a little triangle.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So
I have to look at mine now and see.
Yeah.
Wait, let me look.
It's a little tiny triangle. So
Does yours look like a sliver, Dave?
No, mine looks like a hot dog.
Yeah. Oh,
A half-eaten hot dog.
make sure you present him.
Yeah.
I think it's a triangle, though, isn't it?
It is a triangle. Yeah, I have it.
Triangle.
I have it in both of mine. 2 little triangles.
It's very important. It's very, true to the build.
You gotta stay true to oneself, you know.
It's one of those things you look for in everyone's, Steve's got his, so.
Yeah, Caleb, so Spanky was also asking what kind of paint you used for that one.
Oh,
Sharpie. He just used he painted it white, used the Sharpie.
I Sharpied the whole, I taped it off, and I just, I spent like 3 days straight.
And 615 markers to,
No, God, I wish I had the can here. I still have it at the garage or the car hold. But it's something called stainless steel, so that's why I named it the stainless steel 5150 because of that color, and it's really cool. It's got like a little tiny flake in it. I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of sparkle in the paint. It's kind of hard to see.
And what sparked that, Caleb? Did you have a dream about playing a silver one, or what's the deal?
Well, I did a gray one. I did a gray Hot for Teacher, and that was pretty cool. But I wanted something sparkly. I guess I wanted something a little that had a little sparkle to it, whether it was going to be the white stripes or the silver.
Oh, hope not the white stripes.
But not the white stripe. The white stripes on the guitar, not some crappy band. But I knew I wanted to do this color scheme.
Awesome.
And I just went ahead with it. It came out great. I'm really happy about it.
I'm glad that you said, you know what, I'm going to do the red space tape because it just pops so good, man.
Yes. In fact, I mean, I have this cool stuff that, if I could find it, if I was able to cut it nice, like exact, I would have used it, but it's so hard to cut an exact 5 and a 1 and another 5 and a 0 out of this. So
I
mean,
did you do that? Were you able to cut to cut one? Didn't you have the
well, okay,
the other one?
I had
because you were asking for votes, and I voted for the other one. Remember?
Right. The original 5150, the body that I got from K&E Guitars came with its own decals, with its own 5150 decals, and they don't have the black outline, and so I use those as like a test run, and then I put those on, and then I cut little silver numbers that went inside it, and it kind of gave it a 3D look. It looked like the numbers on the Rangers jerseys.
It had a 3D effect. It really came out at you.
In fact, I have here's one of them. If you can see that.
Yeah, kind of like that reminds me of the 94 San Francisco 49ers jerseys when they had
or the New York Rangers numbers.
Or the New York Rangers, yep.
So I put those inside. It looked pretty cool, but the numbers that I put on the guitar that the first time just weren't lined up right or spaced right, and so finally I just ripped those off and went with the Van Halen store ordered official decals, and got that that spacing right and perfect, and
Did you raise the
Steve
zero?
was on me, raised the 0, like a millimeter and a half or whatever it is. So yeah, Steve was on me for that. So
yeah, I bet, man.
I got it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's funny, dude. I never noticed that until I started hanging out with Johnny and Dave, man.
Yep.
I never noticed. I always knew that obviously it was there, but I just never, and now like it's all I see whenever I see Eddie's guitar.
Yeah.
Man, it's all I see.
Oh, there's like a printout schematic down to the millimeter I saw on the 5150 page, the replicate page, where
the guys are
literally
going
a diagram, the distance from the Floyd hole.
Yeah, Steve has it printed out. It's right in his hand right now. Look at him. He wants to show it to you.
Where is it? Let's see it.
I have an unenveloping. I'll open my envelope.
Oh,
An enveloping.
Yeah.
An envelope.
Oh crap!
This is from a company called Axe Stream Creations from Sanborn, New York. That's in Dave's neck of the woods. So guys, they've supplied me with my decals for my next build, the 1984. Sorry, the other 2 stars just fell on the ground here.
Oh no.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, you need 4 stars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did they send you 4 stars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. Here's the other 2. Yeah. So I'm on my way. The body and the neck's ordered. I've got the spray paint. I've got the decals, and yeah, I've got another way.
Have you painted your green one yet?
No, I can't. So guys, yeah, I'll show you. I've got this walking boot now that I use. I can't
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a semi-automatic weapon when you.
Yeah, guys. So it's just the back of my heel. It's still so tender. I can walk sort of on the ball of my foot and my toes, but it's just the heel is so swollen still from the surgery. So I wear this boot, and when I paint, I have to be able to stand on a 3-step ladder to get like above the body and stuff. So if I hang the guitar to paint it, I just can't do it yet until I can fully step on my heel. I'm getting better. It's been
so Steve has to be cleared for painting protocols, right? I mean,
yes.
3 weeks. You're at 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I had a hard cast for 3 weeks, and now I've been in this thing for about a week and a half. So it's getting better every day, but yeah, I still have to use crutches when I go out. But yeah, I can't wait to just be able to walk again, even in this thing. But I'm not there yet.
Most people stand on their tippy toes to reach something. Steve stands on his heel to reach something.
Oh no, it's just I gotta be able to balance on a ladder. I'm not kidding. I can't. It's so sensitive. You just don't even want to touch my heel. Yeah.
God, it's amazing if you could just lower the body down and just not have to use
I know. I can't.
All right. Well, we're all anxiously awaiting the green Charvel that has a pacer body.
Yeah, we got to do that, and then I got the Kramer 50 or 1984 to do. That'll be fun. And yeah, that I was going to mention
that yet.
Sorry.
You have the neck and body for that yet?
I ordered from Musicraft about 2 weeks ago, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got I got another Whaletail Floyd coming, and yeah.
So let me ask you a question, and no disrespect to Musicraft, because I love Musicraft too, but why not go with the Chris Lock body?
Right from watching you guys' show, even watching reruns the last 3 years or 4 years even, you guys always mentioned Musicraft was the name that always came up. And when I went to the website, it said licensed by Fender, and I always had a couple Fender Strats and like the headstock, sort of like the Charvels. And I like the customer service that Musicraft had. And I like that I can get the body and the neck from the same place. And it comes perfectly in a box. I've done it twice, so this will be the third one. And I haven't gone into the battles on Facebook with all the guys because they've really been pretty aggressive with me. So it's kind of like they can fight all they want about what wood it's supposed to be and everything else. For 32 years, I've been sitting here going, okay, it's supposed to be poplar and a maple neck. So, okay, well, yeah. So I loved the customer service. They were always updating me on what was happening. But I understand, Dave, if you think the lock body is more accurate. I don't know, like those guys that are saying that, have they had the body like in their hands? I guess, yeah, that George Felice sort of knows. So, yeah, I sort of went, with the popularity of what you guys had always said on the show, really.
So
well, most of these guitars that I have, well, they're not up here. They're on the stand now.
Yeah.
Most of them are lock bodies.
Is that right?
All the necks are Musicraft. My old 5150 is all Musicraft because I didn't know Chris Lock back then.
Yeah.
But the Chris Lock body, you know, the reason why I go with him, I personally go with him, is because I can get a body in a week, and the necks fit just as good on those bodies as they do on the Music Raft. And you know, I got to tell you, I saw the upgrades that he did with Craig Stofko.
Yeah, that guy was pretty.
And I think that body is correct.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I think that body is correct, and I'll tell you why. I have an 82. I have an original 82 Pacer.
Yep.
And it looks damn like it.
Yeah. So then, just in your own mind, Dave, when you go to Musicraft website and it says, okay, we'll make you a Kramer Pacer body. So you're saying that there is flaws.
They're close. They're super close. They're all going to be close.
Yeah.
All the companies are going to be close. None of them are going to be 100%.
Yeah.
But I think the closest at the moment is the Chris Lock. At the moment.
Yeah. Well, I went with the K&E out here in Oxnard, and he had this body to me in a week, and it's basswood, and you know, it fits. By the way, it fits the Musicraft neck perfectly. I didn't know how that was going to all go down, but
so Caleb, your neck wasn't pre-drilled?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Because I didn't know if the holes would match up.
Yeah, I never get pre-drilled necks. I just never do. I do it myself.
Oh man, I'd poop my pants having to drill it out. Like, no, am I gonna mess it up?
Yeah, I didn't do it. I let my guy do it. So
yeah.
Yeah, we saw your sanding job, Jay. On the other
exactly. I don't know if you could tell right now, but I put another piece of sandpaper in. You can't tell.
No.
But you know,
good job.
it's getting there. It's getting there. It's playing a lot better now. So yeah, I just don't want to touch anything. You know, I'm like Ivan Drago.
Some people shouldn't.
So exactly. I'm like,
no.
I'm one of those guys that if something happens in the house, if something breaks, if something needs to be fixed, I know what the hell I'm doing.
You're making a phone call.
Yeah.
So we got a question here, guys, from John Boulware. This is a question for everybody. I'm trying to build a Wolfgang bass. Anybody know where I can get a body and neck?
Good luck. You'll have to make it. No one makes it right now. You'll have to find a CNC machine and make it yourself. Or ask Chris Lock.
There you go. I don't know. I have a funny feeling there's going to be an EVH bass sometime. There's got to be. I mean, it's just...
right. It's Wolfgang, and he plays bass.
It just makes too much sense.
Yeah, that and even a keyboard. Just to expand the brand beyond guitars, right?
I don't know about a keyboard. I mean...
Keyboard? What?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. And if there was a keyboard, it would have been in the 80s, in the late 80s, you know, early 90s when he was actually playing a keyboard on an album. You know.
A Kurz wheel.
Who would make the pickups for a Wolfgang bass?
Sean Christopher at Pariah.
Yeah.
That guy can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Chip make Wolfgang's basses?
Yeah, but I mean, someone that's going to sell them to the public we're talking about.
Well, what pickup was in Wolfgang's bass?
What?
Probably a P bass or something, right?
I think the pickups in a Wolfgang bass are jazz bass and P bass together.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes too much sense to
Especially
not to be.
If that record ever comes out, you know, like you'd think he's going to want to push some kind of instrument maybe.
Yeah, that would be perfect timing. You're right. That would be a perfect thing to go with it, you know?
If it comes out.
Yeah, if it comes out. What are you drinking there, buddy?
Me?
Yeah.
This is Jack on the Rocks.
Oh, man.
It doesn't matter if he's at the back of the whiskey or sitting at home at his bench. It's Jack straight up.
I got the whiskey. I brought the whiskey to me.
The only people that put iced tea in their Jack Daniels bottles is the Clash, baby. You know what I'm saying?
So Caleb, you're not out and about tonight. No In-N-Out Burger tonight.
No, sir.
What about your pickup hockey, Caleb? Nothing's going on with that right now?
Yeah, I kind of did that for like a month, and then I'm taking some time off. So, yeah, the body just ain't there, you know. I play with a bunch of young guys, so I think, yeah.
Well, there's got to be an old timers league out there, isn't there?
Yeah, well, I got to find it, but yeah. I was gonna try and not say something like that, but you know you did, so.
Yeah.
So Caleb, when's the next episode of Guitar Leads going to be finished?
Funny you should ask. I had to put it on a little delay just because of some personal events over the last week and a half, but
yeah,
I just did some more work on it tonight. I hope I have it next week. So everyone just be patient. I know I've got a lot of people asking me, and it's going to be good. And,
yeah.
So just be patient, and you'll definitely hear about it when it happens, and it's going to happen soon. So episode 2, Guitar Leads coming.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one flowed really well between like live concert shots and interview talk. It sort of flowed really good. Yeah.
No, that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted some live, and I wanted some personal stuff, and you know, my subject was awesome. Brandon Paul is a great young kid, and he was great and awesome to just do it without even knowing who I was, or you know, or having ever done it before. So he kind of just went in like, okay, well let's see what happens. So, but it came out really well. Guitar Leads. Check out my YouTube channel.
Yes.
And as Johnny would say, the link is down below. There it is.
Down below, man.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, the link is down below. Suck it.
Thumbs up.
Where is that
Thumbs up.
button?
Leave a thumbs up
Yes.
after you suck it.
I was trying to teach my daughter today what this sound was. I was like, Ellie, what animal is this? She had no idea.
It's a guitar, Dad.
Yeah. What are you playing out of right now? Nothing. It's not even plugged in. What are you talking?
I don't think he is plugged in.
Yeah, I'm plugged in. I have Guitar Rig 5 in my Mac.
Wow, you're getting that kind of harmonics out of that thing?
Oh, dude, that Guitar Rig 5 is pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
It does.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Both you guys suck for being able to play this late at night.
And I got a sleeping kid downstairs.
Yeah, I have one in the next room. There's wave sounds in there, so it helps.
Yeah, I have orchestra stuff playing for her. It's either orchestra or hard rock heavy metal. I'm serious. And she sleeps like a champ, you know?
I used to sleep to classical music, and some really cool dreams. It's like a movie, like you're constantly in a movie.
Well, certain stuff you have to kind of be wary about, because I remember a couple months ago, I was trying to find a playlist on Spotify because I took one of my old phones and I have it hooked to a speakers in there.
Yeah.
And I was going on, I was like soundtrack, like classical music soundtracks. So we have a, the baby monitor set up and everything. So I'm in the bedroom and all of a sudden, like a battle scene sound comes like this, all, all this crazy stuff, like drums, the whole symphony of crazy noise going on. And I'm like, yeah, we can't have that playlist for her right now.
Yeah.
Guys, so I got a question. This is sort of a round table question. I'm very interested in the Eventide harmonizer. I think it's called the H9 pedal.
I have it.
Can you guys, okay.
Can you?
Oh, there you go. Wow. Okay. I need to know exactly what that's going to do. I basically run through like a chorus, a boss chorus, boss, overdrive distortion. I have a phase 90 that I always click for soloing, and an Echoplex. And yeah, I just want to know what exactly that's going to do for me. Is it kind of acts like a doubling sound, that harmonizer? Is that what it does?
Dave?
Go ahead. You go first, and then
Okay.
I'll tell you my whole spiel.
All right. Well, I put it through the effects loop on my amp. The H9 comes in like 3 different levels. It comes empty, it comes half full, and it comes full. And what it does full is it basically has every kind of algorithm that's on all the Eventide pedals.
The time factor, the factor pedals.
Yeah, time factor pedal, like the space and there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about these new pedals is that you can load them up through your phone, and you can operate them through an app. They have an app that you use on your phone. And
I have it right here.
Yeah, you Bluetooth it right to your phone, so you can control your phone or an iPad. You see a lot of guys using iPads on stage to control like their 3 H9s or whatever. And the reason they're using 3 H9s is because you can't really run 2 of the algorithms together in the pedal. So what I use mine for is just that simple, tiny little, I've always nicknamed it Tways, that little thing that Eddie has in his sound. It's a tiny, faint little harmonizing that sort of makes it sound like there's a double effect, and it's a little bit of, you can almost say it's chorusy, but it's not, because it doesn't waver at all. It just has a little doubling effect, and so I use mine for that most of the time. I mean, there's so many other effects you can cycle through, and you can actually even get like trigger pedals to help you move it around even more, because there's a lot of intricacies to moving and changing the effects, like up or down or
Parameters.
Yeah, parameters. So there's all kinds of ways to do it. But, basically I'm using like a $400 pedal for one little effect on my sound.
Yeah.
And, but there's so much more there that you can use it for. But if you want that little sound that he's had, since the Fair Warning record, it's there. And it even comes with a couple presets that have it. So there's like the Panama sound.
Yep, and the drop dead leg sound.
Drop dead leg sound, and they're both really saucy. It's almost like Black and Blue on steroids. So it's a lot more than you're bargaining for with that sound. So if you go in and edit it, I gotta edit mine down just to the smallest little sound of it, but you can definitely tell it's there. But it's not as processed sound.
Oh, like between the wet and dry, you kind of like
or
you want a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but it's a great. I mean, if Steve, with your budget, yeah, I would definitely get one. No problem.
It's a fantastic pedal. It's not user friendly.
No.
And
I don't think anything Eventide makes
it
user friendly.
And it's not plug and play. You have to, in order for you to even use it, you have to. It has to be initialized to you.
Yeah. You even have to set like volume levels, because there's certain effects in it that have different volume levels, and you might literally blow your head off just by hitting the up button.
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, why was it set like that? You have no idea. So you have to be careful in that regard.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up the old Marshall head. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's not even about your head. It's about your face. Like,
yeah,
literally get way too loud. So, but
because I have a Eventide harmonizer plugin in Pro Tools, and it's not user friendly. Like, holy crap. If you want to, I mean, it has the whole like thing laid out, and it gives you like, if you want to, it's got like all the patch chords if you want to run, delay into this and then, but it's super intuitive. Well, no, it wouldn't be intuitive then. It's the exact opposite of intuitive. It's something that you just, holy cow, what am I looking at? It's got great stock presets in it. But it's like the same thing. You really have to tweak a couple of different things about them. But it sounds great, but I've only been able to use it on a couple different spots because it's very,
It's intricate. It's a small pedal, but it's a very big pedal.
Yeah,
it's very big. It's very hard to get your mind around it.
And you can make it bigger, like just with the push of a button. Just the purchase of another $20 algorithm.
Yes, every algorithm is $20.
Whoa! So it's not like a bundle pack where you get a bundle pack?
You can get it fully loaded for like it's a $500 pedal.
No, it's $700. At least on the East Coast, the fully loaded pedal is $699.
Oh, okay.
So if you're getting it for $500, someone's giving you a deal.
Johnny, have you ever? Johnny, have you ever used the harmonizer pedal?
What? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have. Long time ago.
Oh, so don't use one at all anymore.
Love you long time?
I don't own one. No, it was in a studio or something.
Yeah, and the ones Eddie used were rack mounts. So I believe he still has them in the. So.
Yeah, he's a 949, the H949.
Right, and that's from 1981. So, he's had that a long time.
We love you a long time. I'll be right back.
Fender Guru from New Zealand is asking, anyone played the PV 6505 112 amp?
112.
Sure.
Yes. You see them at Guitar Center. They're like,
I think I might have tried that HP2 at the NAMM show through one, if I'm not mistaken. But
you probably did if it was at the PV booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Desert Threads, how you doing, man? Yeah, they're at Guitar Center, like in every corner, every little corner is a PV 6505 112. And I don't know if you're looking to get one, man, but the ones that I've played, the sound, I think they're open back, maybe. So the sound is very, very just bright and thin.
So Johnny, it doesn't really compare to your PV 5150 amp?
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not the 112? No. No, I would not recommend it. Maybe for like a practice amp or something, but not for any serious recording or anything. No.
Well, speaking of practice amps, I was playing through my Micro Cube the other day, just with this new guitar, and the little Roland Micro Cube, which is like $120.
Yeah.
It has the most amazing tone. Like, I would almost consider having that on a stage with a mic on in front of it. Like, it would be the funniest thing in the world. But for some reason, this little amp just has this amazing, perfect tone.
They sound great. Those are great little amplifiers.
It's almost embarrassing. It's almost like, what else do I need? It's
a Boss product.
It's great.
I have one. That's what I use there's this band I play with up in Oakland. We do rehearsals in a living room with a full drum set and a keyboard.
Yeah.
That is my amp. Yes.
This thing. And
that's my rehearsal amp with the band. Yeah. I use it. What I do is I tilt it up so it's on the ground, but it's facing like tilted towards me. and it's fun.
They put it on the classic stack setting, classic, and it sounds perfect. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Your toaster oven is bigger.
Yeah. I don't know how they did it. I've had that thing for like 15 years. I don't know how they do it.
So Mike is himself the PV6505. I mean, I don't have the cab or anything or the combo, but I have the head right there.
Well, the head is different than the combo.
Yeah. Oh, the actual.
Well, it's because it's the box. It has everything to do with that the cabinet you're using. You know, the cabinet you're using is a closed back 412 cabinet.
Yep, Mesa. Yep.
You know, it's different.
Fender Guru, that's called the Roland Micro Cube. The Roland Micro Cube.
Now, what about
with batteries in it?
When you're talking about Boss. Hey, boss. I hate people that say that. Boss. What's going on, boss? Oh, God.
Baba Booey.
A Bronx Tale.
New York cops call their bosses boss.
Well, when you're talking to your boss, that's okay.
Oh, yeah, well.
But, so speaking of boss, the Katana.
Hey, boss.
The new Katana Air. The wireless amp. Has anybody messed with that or seen that?
No, but can you shoot hoops with it?
Oh my goodness. I missed something. Something went like that.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was like the Nike Air sneakers.
Oh, now I get it. Waiting all night to use that button.
There it is.
There it is. So basically, it's the what was the one I was looking to get?
There he is.
Hey, Howie, what's up, buddy?
Look at that.
Hey,
face.
Howie.
So basically, it's the Katana amp, and it comes with a little tiny, thing to plug into your guitar. I got to learn how to speak. Holy crap. Oh, man. So anyway, and it's wireless. I'm thinking like that's got to be so awesome, As a little practice amp, you don't have to worry about, your guitar cable getting tangled up, pulling it off the counter if you're playing in the kitchen or something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody's even seen them.
No, but who was asking about the 6505 112? I'd recommend Caleb's Boss Cube. I'd recommend that before I'd recommend the 112 6505.
Yeah, that was a Fender Guru from New Zealand.
Fender Guru. Yeah. You actually get a much heavier sound out of that.
I'll plug this in, and you guys tell me what you think.
Yeah, put it next to your kid's door. There you go, Steve-O.
What was that?
That was a hyena.
That was some sort of a whimper.
Steve, have you AB'd your two micro cabs yet? Your two
No,
micro amps?
I have not yet.
My foot hurts. I can't do it.
I sent you a gift that I had to build. All right.
Uh-oh.
What could it be?
Yeah, exactly. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Man.
Nah, man. What are you playing out of now?
Pardon me?
Oh, the mini micro right there next to you?
This is the EL34 micro stacker.
Oh, that one's got to be much better sounding than the other one.
Yeah, it does.
They got to sound the same, man. They got to sound the same.
Worst.
Right?
That is the worst piece of garbage on the planet.
How do you feel?
Isn't this an EVH gear?
Yes.
Listen, I don't sugarcoat anything. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, I'm not a rah guy just because of the brand.
Well, I think Eddie should come out with something that rivals the Yamaha practice amp, you know.
Oh, it's a good. That's a nice Rockman you got there.
That's the cue.
I know.
Right?
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds good. Sounds like OU812 in a box.
Yeah.
Play Black and Blue.
What's that?
Play Black and Blue. It'll sound just like it.
There you go. $110.
Hey, do the mod to the EVH Micro Stack. What is the mod to that?
Oh, the mod to it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's when you tie two together and one guy twirls it in the air and you have a rotating speaker.
Oh my God.
Modulation.
No, McKnight did a mod to it.
What was it?
Do you guys remember what it was?
No, I have no idea.
He hooked it up to a
Car battery.
412.
what did he do? He hooked it up to a, I forget. I gotta take Howie out. But yeah, that was our my introduction to McKnight was that video.
My introduction to McKnight was the EVH striped Wolfgang. When he talked about that guitar, when he got one.
Caleb, someone has a question about the size of the nut on your 5150.
Yeah, it's an R2.
There you
Yes,
go.
they're full.
Courtesy Steve Andersen.
There you go. That was circa Dave Nesdahl, because I sort of pulled a Dave Nesdahl when that whole thing went down.
The Nesdahl nut.
Oh, you regifted me?
No. It was the concept.
Oh,
It's a gift, then a regift, then a three gift.
I don't understand. What did I just
No,
miss?
I had an original Floyd Rose just sitting around because I used the 1984 Floyd Rose.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That I keep swapping out, and Caleb needed an original Floyd. Hey, I'll send it to you. What's your address?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you don't need it and someone else does, what the hell? Send it away.
And look at the beautiful guitar that it's on now.
right? Steve is a part of this. I love when
There you go.
I was actually polling people saying what black or chrome, and Steve's like, oh, you better put that thing on there. I sent it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I was like, uh-oh. Caleb, if you don't.
Yeah, I'll just put it on a different guitar.
Yeah. Oh, so Spanky's saying that Phil McKnight put a speaker output jack or a speaker out jack on that little amp and ran a cab with it. Okay.
Battery probably died in 3 notes.
Cool, man. So we got 38.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, we're up
crap.
to 40. We had 41 at one point.
Man, Steve, you are
Hey?
a star.
No way, man.
Steve's
I'm
a
just
big
here to
draw.
help I'm here to help the team.
Steve's a big draw.
Yeah. I told you guys the Steve Andersen takeover. That's where it's at.
It's taking over Facebook.
Let's do that thing, guys, out in the chat. Like, type in where you're from. I'm always curious. Like, everyone type in where you're
Roll
from.
call. Roll call. Where's everybody from? Oh, by the way, I got stats from last week's Van Halen question. So I'll read.
Yeah, we got to go over that, and we also got to go over John. Remember we were talking about Eddie's keyboards or Eddie's keyboard on 5150 when it was missing keys?
Yes.
Matrix 10.
He sent me a bunch of information about that.
There
So
you go.
hopefully he's still in here and we can discuss that. But
What
go ahead.
about the guy that's part of the film crew?
Let's get him in here. Let's get him in.
Yeah.
Is he awake?
Yeah, John yells around.
Is he in the chat?
He was.
No, the guy from the crew.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives out in Santa Monica, where Caleb is.
What?
Yeah, the guy who was part of the filming of Live Without a Net.
He's your neighbor.
Yeah, probably.
Holy stuff.
To be my neighbor.
Yeah, so we're working on that.
Nice.
So, guys, here's the housekeeping from last week. There's the.
Come here, Fluff Pillow.
Real quick, Oshawa, Mad Dog. Hamilton, New Zealand, Fender Guru. 29 Palms, Dan Halen. Michael Bates,
5
San
Palms.
Diego. Vintage Sounds is Pennsylvania. Mike as himself is from the west side of Chicago. James Orcutt's from Santa Rosa, California. Desert Threads doesn't say where he's from. Oops.
Hey, you forgot 7 over 8. What about 7 over 8? Where's he from?
He's from
Big
Little
River.
Little River, Southern California.
South California.
Mm-hmm. And G. Yo, G. How do you say that? Is that Moretta? Moretta, California? G, it was great to meet you at the NAMM show, man.
Michael Smith, you're not in the Bronx. You're in Colorado.
He's from the Bronx.
Oh,
No, I meant like where you are right now, Michael.
Yeah, these New Yorkers, man. It's always like, oh, I'm from New York, even though I don't live there anymore. Come on.
The Yankees are in first place. He's got
Yep.
it.
That's all they care about.
Well, actually, Michael Smith, shouldn't you be in here?
yeah.
Is
He
the
was-
boat docked?
He was actually supposed to jump in here, but I don't know.
Is the boat docked yet?
Yeah.
He's in the middle of the. Never mind.
He's shocked.
Oh, there he is. There he
There
is.
he is.
All right. No.
Oh, he's on the boat.
Well, my Yankees-
He's in the middle of the. Never mind.
He's
Shocked.
shocked.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
There he is.
all right.
Echo.
Great sound, sport.
Oh.
There he is. There he is.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Catch
let's see
that
that.
shark yet?
Let's see that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, katunk.
Wait a minute.
What's in that?
Is that somebody's urn?
Look at that.
Earn.
Look how big that is.
That's
my
what she
God.
said.
Is that all one flavor?
I got 2. I got Shadow.
Is that thing really that big?
Is it that big?
This is insanely good.
Yeah, I told you, man. I wasn't playing.
You might maybe switch out of the backlight. I don't know, just for TV purposes. I don't know.
What do you want me to do?
Put some light.
The
on
light behind your head.
Oh,
He's got the TV on too. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like it's lightning storm out in the middle of the ocean. A storm's a brewing, everybody.
How many barrels you got in that shark?
He's got 3 barrels in the shark and it's still going under the boat.
Eating shark.
There you go.
There we go. We can make it out. Yeah.
Are you in your
PJ.
shorts?
Nice PJ.
I love how Johnny presented him too.
Is there white teddy bears on your boxers?
Those aren't teddy bears.
Oh no, come on.
Oh, Yankees.
Thumbnail.
Hey, sit down.
We're number 1.
Thumbnail.
Is that how big it is?
Huh?
Thumbnail.
So, Mike, when did you get that?
Thursday.
Thursday. And you're,
After
you know
he
what?
saw
That's
you
good.
get- Yeah.
That's good that you're still eating it, because every time Shay sends me something, I eat so much the first day where the next day I'm like, I hate popcorn.
Let me tell you something. Glory, she is mad at you. Okay. And she's like, "Where'd you get this from?" I'm like, from Jay. She's like, "Does he sell that?" I'm like, "No, it's just Buddy." So she had the knee operation. She can't move around, and she at least half of what's missing out of that. she's like, I get a knee operation. You're gonna put an extra 400 pounds on it. It's not gonna work.
I wasn't joking. It is really, really good popcorn.
It is the best popcorn I ever tasted. I mean, I'm not just saying that. It's.
I'll definitely tell him that, and he'll be excited to hear that.
That's pretty good, Jay. You had that big box of bagged popcorn a couple weeks ago, and then Michael Smith orders a big
oh man
cylinder of it.
You got to talk.
Go ahead, Johnny.
You got to talk to them, man. Sponsor, man. The Steve Andersen Power Hour brought to you by Colonel's Popcorn.
Send some this way.
Gourmet.
We got to work on that, Steve.
Yeah.
And then I gotta thank John Blinn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man,
he's a part.
Crap.
I'm part of the poop fraternity, man. Come on.
Nice.
Poof fraternity.
You said poof, right?
Yeah. Poop fraternity.
Not only that, he also sent.
Oh, how cool!
Nice.
EVH guitar picks.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
oh my God,
John, you are too kind, my friend.
Right? The goodie bags that John sends are ridiculous.
one magazine? Nope. How about two?
Oh, now I'm jealous.
Nice.
And then last but not least,
a new guitar.
A new guitar. No, just a badass.
You are a badass.
that's awesome.
Yes.
And do it! Do what you love. You create your reality. Feed fear a suck it.
Feed fear a suck it sandwich.
Wow.
I love it.
You
And it comes with a book and everything. Don, thank you so much, man. That was awesome.
Now I know it's kind of long-winded, everybody, but can we give John? Nice, man.
Totally unexpected, man. That was so cool.
That's cool. All right, when I get back with my refill, we'll talk about Eddie's keyboard on 5150 tour.
Are you gonna put it in the tiki mug?
No, I didn't have time tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's next week. Sorry, Steve.
Excellent tease, Jay Hannon. Excellent tease.
Yeah.
Just touch a little bit, and then I'll be back.
Okay, guys, I'm doing the housekeeping now because I got cut off.
Okay.
All right.
So last week's poll question, both eras of Van Halen. So David Lee Roth, what song you used to sort of skip over, but now you really, really love? The winning song was Everybody Wants Some. So that had the most votes. The song that you sort of passed on back in the day, but now you think it's huge. So that won for Van Halen with David Lee Roth. The Van Hagar years. The winner was Sucker in a Three-Piece. So thanks for everybody for entering. And yeah, that's awesome. I had people texting me. I had emails in the chat, in the comments, everywhere. I had responses, and those were the two songs.
Similar riffs in those songs, by the way.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Caleb, is there a poll subject you want to bring up right now to give results for next Friday?
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for prepping me for this.
I'm just asking questions.
No prepping. Give me a few minutes. I'll think of something.
All right. Hey, Michael Smith, what's going on with you guitar-wise? You buying anything, selling anything, building anything?
No, I've been so busy with
travel.
With work, travel. You know, my wife Glory, she had a complete right knee replacement this past Monday.
Give her our best.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, it's only 4 days removed, and she went for her first physical therapy, and they knocked the heck out of her. I mean, you know, you have to, when you get something like that, you have to make sure that the scar tissue doesn't build up. So, you know, you'd think that you want to get it strengthened, but it's opposite. They want full range of motion. So
I thought you'd be in a cast for a while, but right away you go to physio?
Not a cast at all. No, not at all. Nope. She just has a patch on her leg where they put the knee in, with the incision.
Yeah.
And they encourage you. They said once you feel like you can get up and walk around, get up and walk around.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Her range of motion is actually well above what most people have. She had a really good surgeon. That was according to the physical therapist today. And today, like I said, was the first day, so she's upstairs sleeping. She's knocked out from. She took some pain meds because it was they kind of beat her up today. But she's doing good, and I'm literally just over that. It was 2 weeks, man, just over that respiratory infection, and took a few days off to be with her and working now, and everything's good. I can't wait till all this stuff settles down so I can start my build. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm
what I'd say
on you guys.
Yeah. What I'd say to you, Michael, about your wife's situation there, if she, like, I've had 2 right knee operations, right ankle, and now my left ankle I'm going through right now. Like, when I go to physio, they tell me if you feel any pain at any point, okay, we're stopping what we're doing, right? She shouldn't be sort of feeling pain when she's at physio. That's sort of not the purpose of it, right?
No, you're right. But today wasn't actually the physical therapy part of it. Today was her first visit, so it was more of the evaluation.
Yeah.
So it really pushed her to see how much she can move, her knee. And they want to make sure it can go straight, at a perfect 0. And she actually had that, which is pretty damn cool.
No, it is good.
Then they want to see how much you can bend. And that's where they pushed her probably a little more, I think, to be honest with you, than they should have. But we're we're not against any clock. We'll just take our time.
We gotta get Glory some FU tone upgrades for her knee replacement.
There you go, some brass stuff. Yeah.
Titanium.
Yep. Titanium. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I met Glory at NAMM with Michael. I met them both, and Michael cannot be a luckier man to have a wonderful person in his life like her. I just want to put that on the record. So there you go.
We all had a great time.
Yes.
I rode her. She drove me around.
Yep.
What kind of time are we going to have this January?
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we should start making reservations, right, boys?
Should have been done already.
No, I agree. I was actually looking into it a couple of weeks ago, and there's still places available, but I'm pretty sure that they're getting scoffed up. I'm looking, hopefully, if I can pull it off. I don't know now because this surgery was a little unexpected for her, but if I got the ducats, I'm trying to hopefully get something like right in the main hotel, so we're gonna do over there. Maybe something that's a little bit bigger than normal, so you can all just hang out. We were talking about that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not sure if I can pull it off, but if I can, it'll be done. So that would be.
I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah, and then we got to go live.
Oh
yeah.
We got to do like 2-3 shows a day.
Oh, absolutely.
Live stream 24 hours.
Yeah.
The entire time.
We'll all be wearing GoPros on our head, and you'll just be switching from each one.
GoPros and
poof shirts.
GoPros and poof shirts.
Thumbnail.
Go poof. Go poof.
All right. So is it back to John BL time?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to show my phone's kind of nasty right now. But
I am.
I bet you don't have Colonel's popcorn.
It's not Colonel's, though. No, it's not.
I was going to say, why don't you just deposit that in the garbage and order some of this stuff?
Just take it right out of the thing, right in the toilet.
Johnny, your little box is right next to Michael. You can just probably put your hand right into his popcorn right there.
Actually, right now my
right
box,
on the bottom of the screen.
For me, my box.
Grab it right there. Grab
My
Reach
box,
on in, Johnny.
my box was right next to Steve's box.
Reach on in. Come on now.
What flavors did you get?
Well, for me, it's
Cheddar
over there.
and white cheddar.
Cheddar
Yep.
and white cheddar.
Yep.
If you order again from him, you got to try the cookies and cream.
You know, I was on board.
Popcorn?
Fence with that, but I asked Gloria, and she's like, "This will be the deciding factor whether or not we order again." And it's not even a question.
I'm telling you, because I had to wait another week for mine to come because he said the second they made it, they couldn't keep it in stock. They had to like order more, whatever the hell they used to make it.
Really?
Yeah, because it comes with cookie bites or cookie chunks in there too. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's delicious. But anyway, so here's the picture of.
There it is. I got you presented. Yeah,
Okay.
John BL texted me. I'll check out your text. And also Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Hey, Johnny, today is Frankenstein Friday. That's right, Clayton.
Hey, Clayton, what's up, man?
You got that right, man.
Is that from the Unleashed video?
Oh, is that his Kurz wheel? That's his Kurz wheel.
Yeah.
From the Unleashed sound check video? Like, hey, Zeke, little
No, if it's from John, it's definitely from the Live Without a Net DVD because he set,
That's Live Without a Net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, you see, there's 2 keys missing there, or is it 2 or 3? Well, no, there's 2 white keys and 1 black key missing.
God, I'm
Right?
just amazed. I'm amazed that Ed doesn't have everything pristine. Just kidding.
Yeah, and then down there or up there.
Wow.
So there's that. So he sends me a diagram of the keyboard. Oh, thumbnail.
Are you kidding me? He's got a diagram.
So he sends me that, and then he says, looks like he pulled 3 keys on the left from A1, A sharp 1, and B1, and 3 on the right, C7, C sharp 7, and D7. Doesn't seem like he broke them. So then today he sent me a couple things he found online about the missing keys. He writes, or somebody wrote, just had a look at the video, and I don't think the keys were broken. If you look closely, you can see that the one on the bottom, the B, is missing. And it looks like the top, D flat and possibly E flat, are missing. If he was using the Kurz, which is an 88 key to control the OB, which is 61 keys, I think he removed these keys so he could quickly see where the top and bottom of the OB's keyboard is. And I think that's probably the case.
Was that before Sharpies or what?
Yeah, I know, right? Just mark them out. But I mean, I can see why that would be the case. Let's see. This other person responds with, on the 5150 tour, he used the K250 and actually played the keyboard parts live. On the OU812 tour, he had the KX88 on stage and played some of the parts live. On all later tours, I believe he either sequenced or had a synth player off stage or had tape, which is probably the case. The funny thing about the K250 he used is that he had 2 of the keys removed. I think it was 3 because of the flat or sharp, whatever you want to look at it. 1 low and 1 high, which basically gave him the standard 61 key layout to play with. My guess is that he was now, this is what this person's writing. This isn't what I'm saying. My guess is that he was so drunk he had trouble finding the right octave to play in. Thus, he needed some clear visual help. You can see this clearly in the Live Without a Net video. Now, I don't think it has anything to do with him being drunk. I just think if that's the keys that he played, the fact that like if he basically sectioned them off, he knew where it was easier to know where he was, especially with the lights and everything and getting dark. So I think that's probably the reason why the keys were pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe he just hated those notes. I don't know.
Yeah, I refuse to hit those notes.
Yeah, I think on those later tours, it was Matty Brock hitting a button and starting a track.
Now, how did you guys feel about the later tours not with Ed not playing keyboards? Did you like it or did you not care?
Didn't bother me at all. I'd rather him play guitar, right?
Really?
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't care either. Didn't care.
Yeah. In fact, when he did the jump in 1984. I thought it like, where's that guitar solo? He played it on a keyboard. So.
Not only that, but it also brought all the keyboard songs back to standard
right.
Tempo takes
Yes.
the life out of it. Takes the life out of it. In my
No
opinion.
way. I'm not a fan of playing things much faster live. Not a fan of it. Just listen to Unchained in 1984.
Well, there's
So
a
fast.
threshold. There is a threat. I mean, I go through this when I'm recording and stuff like that. It's like there's a certain threshold of when a certain riff or a certain song sound good, and then you can speed things up, like especially live. Bands will do it live, where they'll slightly speed something up, and then it'll get past that threshold of where it just loses the groove.
Yeah,
now,
no,
I agree with you. There are a few songs that they play live on that Live Out of Net show that they are a bit too fast, but some of the
rock and roll, way too fast. Panama, way too fast.
Panama is definitely floating.
If you watch that Montreal 1984 video, I believe the beats per minute is counted in lines per minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I remember seeing that show live, and
when the kick drum starts,
songs were unrecognizable. I remember
And-
that show. Like,
yeah.
you didn't know what song they were playing because it was so fast.
Well, what's the
That's
whole
right.
thing about that? Is that just like the excitement, or I mean, was that planned? To me,
Adrenaline.
It's
Well, listen,
excitement mixed with
yeah.
cocaine.
when the kick drum is supposed to be on the 2 and 4, and it ends up sounding like quarter notes,
Mhm.
it's too fast.
No, I agree. And like I said, there's a threshold. I mean, I like when bands play live, and I mean, I just like that live energy, you know, of something like with a little bit of Getty up in it. Giddy up. The hell am I? Getty Lee up.
Getty Lee up.
Yeah. You know, I like stuff that has a little bit of oomph to it and it has that live feel. But when something is to tape and it's the exact same tempo the entire time, in my opinion, it takes the life and the reason of going to see a band play live out of it.
Well, and that's why when they end every show with Jump, it's a buzzkill. I mean,
Yes.
because it's the song basically, but it's played to tempo and it's very
And as a blow up microphone on stage and Dave's riding it like a
right wearing a sailor cap. It's very suggestive. I don't know. You can take from it what you will.
I always liked when he played keyboards. Just, you know, plus it gave Sammy a chance to play guitar, you know.
Who wants to hear that?
I like it.
Yeah,
You
it's not Hagar. It's Van Halen.
Yeah, I'm not interested in hearing Sammy play anything. Sing, yes. No, I don't think he's a good guitar player. I really don't. He's a good rhythm guitar player,
Yeah.
but he's not. He shouldn't play single notes.
Yeah,
Ever.
but he never tried to really do anything. He knew Eddie was,
he did.
you know.
It doesn't matter when
I'd
he.
rather see Sammy playing the keyboard and Eddie playing the guitar. That'd be better.
Hey, John.
What's up,
John,
guys?
how you doing, man?
Again,
Look at that.
another round of
All
applause
right.
for John BL.
Nice.
I got the poop on today.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
John.
master is here.
John, you saw
Excellent.
what I got. You got.
Yes.
Look at all those poops.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Michael Anthony
Definitely.
signed this. You saw it.
Yep. Yep.
I was
Let's
thinking
see
about
if I
sending
can
this
get the
back
chat
to you.
up here.
I was thinking about sending this back to you just because I thought maybe you would appreciate this. So I'm still thinking about it.
I'm still hoping I can meet him myself.
Would you?
Get
Do you want this? Do you want me to send this to you?
Man, you know,
Yes.
If
give
you
it
go
a little bit of time.
yes.
Let's see if I can get it myself.
If we go to NAMM next year, everyone will get it signed.
That's right. That's what we're hoping for.
We'll all walk in our poof shirts like a bunch of goons.
Oh my.
By the way,
Like a bunch of poops.
Caleb,
Yeah.
I did see the show with you and Mike Anthony, but what did he actually say about that T-shirt? Did he actually remember it, or was it? Did he remember wearing it that night?
It took him a second. So it
He said
wasn't
he
on.
remembered it though, right?
It wasn't on the front of his mind. It wasn't like, oh, the poof shoot shirt. It was.
Like, oh, I wore that.
But he remembered.
Jay,
He remembered the way
Jay,
it was cut.
Jay.
He remembered it.
What?
Yeah.
No, he remembered that it
The
was
cut.
cut down.
Yeah,
and
he
low
did.
and-
I used to have a shirt, that it, was cut
Yeah,
off.
there was-
He
yeah,
remembered
there
it
was
once.
definitely
Yeah.
Definitely a cut in the shirt that lowered, that opened up his neck a little, and but it was funny because his bass tech, who's his best friend, Kevin Dugan, was the guy who was running the event basically, and when I showed him it, he didn't know what it was, and then so I was like, it's on the video, so you can see, but it was pretty funny because I was going, wait a minute, he's not going to know what this is, but then he remembered it. It was like it came back to him as the second.
Because I remember he did say, "Well, this wasn't on the back of my shirt."
Right.
Yeah.
No, he
For a
thought
second, he thought it was
that
his own shirt.
the
He thought it was the actual shirt. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he couldn't put it in. He couldn't put it through his mind that people were making the shirt, like a copy of it. Like, so he thought it had to have been the original. Like, why would people are making the shirt?
People make Ed's guitars and they
Right.
make Mike's shirts.
I want to have the shirt, the Michael Anthony shirt with that girl on it.
Oh,
He had a whole bunch of comic strip
on
shirts
that tour. Yeah.
On that tour, yeah. Flintstones.
Right.
Geez, I don't know what else. Betty Boop, Popeye.
Mm-hmm.
So when are we getting those, John?
Man,
When are we getting the Mickey
I'm
Mouse
all
pants
poofed
that he wore in Japan?
I'm all poofed out.
I'm all poofed out.
I'm looking at some other ones though. I've got some other ideas.
Well, if you're feeling crazy,
Yes.
This is gonna be good.
the coveralls, man. The red with the white and the striped cover, the Eddie Van Halen cover.
Yeah.
I know that's crazy, but
Yeah.
I'm not
you
gonna
want
go
him
for
to
that.
spend?
I'm not
You
gonna go in
want
that
John to
direction.
spend
I'll
thinking
pay
about
for
the
'em.
like
Hammer guy.
$200 on all of us. Each of us.
I'll pay for them.
I'll
I'm
pay
thinking
for it
about
too.
The Hammer guy. I want to do a shirt with him.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a couple other ideas. I like the fact that they're sort of, not directly related to Van Halen, but they're kind of off the track a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No bozos. How about a no bozo shirt?
No bozos. That's not the. But they actually make that shirt. I've seen that around.
How about
they're
the
expensive.
dice? How
They're
about the
expensive.
dice T-shirt?
That's an actual thing. The dice shirt. That's one. What
Yes.
wasn't
No one-
Van Halen looking for one of those?
Everybody who's in a Van Halen cover band has one, but the dice aren't the right size. Like it doesn't look good. We got to get
Way to go, Caleb.
You know what, guys?
What is the dice from?
It's one thing if you're a rock star to have people like making the gear that you used. But it's on another level when people are trying to find the exact same shirt you wore at a photo shoot or on stage. I mean, that's crazy.
Obsessed much?
It says I can't fathom, what that would do to somebody's ego.
Listen, when I remember 51, 52, I remember in 1986, I went crazy looking for those pink pants. I went nuts. I went everywhere looking for where are these parachute pants? I need to find pink parachute pants.
Yep.
And no one knew what I was talking about. And people that knew what I was talking about thought I was absolutely insane because this 300-pound kid wants these parachute pants.
You ever
Oh,
find
Edward, you should have went to the bathroom before the show.
Did you find them? Billy?
No, never found them.
No.
J.C. Penney had
Confession.
J.C. Penney.
I found black
Really?
ones and tan ones, and I wore them.
Tan. Who
Yeah.
would make
They
What
were
were they
meant-
called? Skids back in the day? Skids?
I found them.
Well, Sammy was wearing skids, I think, in the Pound Cake video, and then on the MTV Music Awards, right? He was wearing skids. Anyone?
That's what I
What
remember.
are
them as,
skids?
Skids.
I don't-
And
I
then
don't know.
parachute pants were before skids. They were kind of like the nylon type.
Yeah.
I thought they were pajamas.
Yeah, they look like I had a pair of skids, and they're like plaid. They looked like basically night pants, you know, like pajama pants, boner pants as I call them. Because if you catch one in a pair of those, ain't no hiding it. This is the Late Show, right?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Boner pants.
So, John BL, you got any news guitar-wise? Anything you're bought or building or playing or?
I just got my BC Rich back from the.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's see that.
It's
everything
he did. He cleaned all the pots because, to be honest with you, the pots that came with it were really getting scratchy. I tried to get the other thing was the three-way switch. The knob broke off. I got this little brass one, but it's really not the right size. It seems really difficult to find the right size, knob for this. This one fits barely, but it doesn't screw all the way on. It just kind of sits on there. But anyway, I got everything, cleaned up, and it's looking good now.
What year is that?
As I always say, the back is the best shot because it's got the neck through, and you can see
cool.
You can see the grain and everything.
Yeah, is that a '70s? Is that a '70s BC Rich?
Nope, this is I believe it's a 2015. It's
oh wow, it's brand new.
Called it's got the Floyd Rose. It's what is it? An ST BC Rich?
Can I interrupt?
Sorry, go ahead.
Say there's nothing more impressive than a neck through guitar. I just think
absolutely right.
It's incredible. I think that you can do all that shape and then put a neck that's attached to it, like for life. I just think, and if it plays well and it's a beautiful guitar, I think that's the coolest thing about an instrument. Is that
the sustain is great too. I don't know if it's the neck through or
probably. Yep.
Hey John, can you tell us a little bit about the electronics configuration? You got the three switches.
We got a tone, master tone. This is actually the back pickup here.
Pick it up a little bit.
The neck pickup. Can you see it?
Pick it up a little bit. There you go.
So they kind of have it reversed. The neck pickup is down here, even though this would kind of be the bridge pickup position. I guess because you're going to use the.
Yeah, it's a secondary.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got splitters for what do they call them? Coil taps. A phase switch, and then this is this little the chicken switch is
that controls the heat of the sun.
The Veritone. It's got
it controls the eggs.
Did the chicken switch come with the guitar? Did the chicken switch come with the guitar? Or did you add it on?
It did. It came with it. It comes with all. If you watch Slash back in they did the video for You Could Be Mine. He's using this exact guitar. He's got the red. Mine's the Honey Burst, which I think is kind of the least popular of the. They've got the Honey Burst. They got a Blue Burst, purple, black.
Right, quick. Who are the top three most famous BC Rich players besides Slash? Who are they?
Well, geez. Joe Perry had a BC Rich. That 10-string that they put out. That was popular in the 70s.
Did Jeff Hanneman play one from Slayer?
I was gonna say Kerry King from Slayer, or maybe both.
Yeah,
of them.
I mean all the metal guys played them at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, I was gonna say what's his name, Keltner from Jefferson Airplane.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean.
Wow.
And I was gonna also say Neil Giraldo from Pat Benatar.
Yes.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Mockingbird's underrated. I mean, it's not really got the metal. If you can see it, it really doesn't have like the harsh angles of the Warlock or the Beast and that sort of thing. It's got a great sort of a jazz bluesy sound, And then the pickups on it are really hot, so you can crank it up really, to get that.
Lita Ford. Mike is himself says Lita Ford.
That's
there you
right.
go.
Lita Ford.
Yep.
Sure.
That's a good one, yeah.
C.C. DeVille.
See, I remember him ruining the hot pink Ibanez gem.
Well,
When he played that, all of a sudden it was like not cool to get a hot pink
He
guitar.
ruined everything.
he also used a yellow gem.
Yeah,
He used
the
the
Desert
yellow
Sun,
gem.
whatever the hell.
But I
Desert-
mean, that first record was all BC Rich.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You really gotta go to like the second or third tier of their price range to get. I mean, this isn't a USA. This is a Korean model.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, geez,
it's
made out of the same materials. It's got the same.
How much was that,
everything as
John?
the USA.
You don't mind me asking, how much was that?
$500. I mean, that was pretty much the retail on it, or the price that I got it for anyway.
Now a neck through with all those electronics.
That's
and
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
it's
crazy.
A great
That's
guitar
crazy.
for the money.
Man, that looks like a USA made guitar. That looks
original Floyd. It's got a beautiful headstock.
Yeah. Going back to CC DeVille, I really think that was the.
It's really underrated, you guys.
That was the final straw. Like I believe Kurt Cobain was in a garage somewhere and said, "All right, that's it. We're taking."
Well, I mean, CC is not good at all.
Yeah, and he even admits it. That's what I love about it.
Best thing that ever happened to Poison was getting Richie Kotzen. Worst thing that happened to Poison was Richie Kotzen cheating on Ricky Rocket's, wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a mess.
Yeah, but no, the funny here's what I like about CC DeVille.
Nothing.
No. When he admits
his lips,
he's not a good guitar player.
I'm really not a very good guitar player.
Did you guys ever see the picture of him playing the Van Halen striped Kramer from Guitar Center?
No. Oh,
I'm
glad I never saw it too.
I've got a picture of him playing that guitar.
No, erase it.
Who wrote the majority of Poison's songs?
Who cares?
Does anybody know? No, I'm telling you right now, the Unskinny Bop riff is awesome.
That is a cool riff.
That's a badass riff, man.
Did you ever hear Richie Kotzen play all those songs?
Yeah, and they're better. But I'm just saying. Of course.
I got to drive Jeff Michaels around, Brett Michaels. I got to drive him around when I was working down at the club back in, it would have been somewhere around 99, 2000.
Who's that, John? Richie, you said?
I had all kinds of jobs at that club. I did production managing. I got to drive, pick up the guys from the hotel. So I met all kinds of, I drove around used to pick them up from the hotel, brought them to the venue, and did some production management, did spotlights, did sound, did lights with them.
Are you at liberty to say who was the coolest or nicest and who was a jerk? Can you
just gonna ask that, man?
Yeah, the one.
One of my favorites was I mixed for I did monitors for 10 years after Alvin Lee. Mm-hmm. One of the legends from Woodstock. That was fun. Mm-hmm. Quiet Riot. I mixed for them. Some of the bands that didn't have an actual, they weren't traveling at the time with a mixer front of house, so I got to mix for them. I sent Johnny some pictures of me singing with Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis played one of his longest shows. He played one of his longest shows, I guess ever, according to his lighting designer. He played about 4 hours, just pulling everything out, and he called some of the crew up on stage.
Longer than Rush.
To go up and sing a little bit with him.
Wow,
that's cool. I love Huey. He had to cancel his tour this year. He canceled his tour because he's deaf.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, he's not deaf. I saw he was on the Today Show and he was talking about it.
As far as musicians go, I guess he's deaf.
What happened was he got something in his ear. Like there's some condition where he can't he can't hear pitch.
It was that sax player.
Johnny Cola?
Fired.
All right, can I just make you can present me too, Johnny?
No, hold on, Caleb. I want to know who the jerk was.
He's gonna take his shirt off.
I want to know who the jerk was. Hold on, John.
The jerk.
finished
have-
telling
I mean,
us
I
who
think-
Dirk was yet.
I
Yeah,
think the
Bob
guys
Rock
that
was-
really let it get to their head, Limp Bizkit was one of them.
Doesn't
I mean,
surprise
they
me.
were taking
Does-
advantage of
yeah.
everything that the road offered, you know, to the fullest
Wow.
extent, you know, just like the Led Zeppelin stories you've heard.
Because it was limp.
You know, exactly. So, I mean,
Womp womp.
that was, you know, that was probably like the most extreme that I had seen.
Mhm.
Other than that, I mean, we had everybody from if they were on their way up or on their way down between when I was there 95 through 2005. So
That's a long time, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean there was a lot of the bands that are out. Linkin Park came through there. Godsmack, I got to mix for them. So you know, I got to hold BB King's Lucille for a little
Oh
bit.
wow!
Awesome.
Whoa.
He was just about to go on stage, and
And he said, "Give me. What are you touching that for?"
No, his guitar tech was on the other side of the stage, and he's like, I got to take a piss. So I was at the time, I was the guy, you know, shutting the lights down, saying go, you know, and so he's like, hold this, you know. It took him, you know, 45 seconds, and he's right back, and then, you know, but that was I got to hold Lucille for about, you know, less than a minute, but
That's
it was
cool.
fun.
Yeah, but you held it, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was this?
This was in Hampton, New Hampshire. It's an old ballroom. It's about 100 years old. Everybody's you know, Benny Goodman, those type of guys back in the day.
Mhm.
Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, The Who, they all played there back in the day. So I was kind of the beginning of my era was when Jerry Garcia died. Bob Weir played the night that Jerry Garcia died.
Wow.
And you know,
Whoa.
the club holds about 2,000. There was about 10,000 outside. So they got to, you know, we put speakers out and back for them. So it was kind of, you know, just
Oh,
like
that's awesome, man.
kind of a wake for him, and that was cool. But a lot of stories. I can't, you know, I don't even know where to start.
That's insane.
Well, since you're here.
Yeah.
Like
only
I said, my
240.
favorite was I would say my favorite was 10 years after. I got to hang out with them at the bar afterwards. Not with Alvin, but with everybody else. And I had recently seen the Woodstock film, and they really are one of the bands that stole the show in that. So, you know,
And Joe
I
Cocker.
asked them about what it was like playing at Woodstock, 400,000 people. They were talking about being helicoptered in and all that kind of stuff. It was crazy. And that's just, you know, an experience. You can only get through that, you know, working local crew, and just they happened to hang out with you that night, and
Yeah.
it was fun. So, and
What was
others
the
that I
craziest
just can't even
experience you
remember.
ever had?
What's that?
What's the craziest experience you ever had? Like the most.
Rock
I mean,
star.
we had a lot of disasters. I mean, we were playing. I think it was Everclear. The power went out about 6 times during their set. We were down. It was a torrential downpour, and we were down in the basement of this 100-year-old place, switching the breakers every 5 minutes because they would keep going out because of the power outages and stuff. I don't know. That's one of them. I mean, I'd have to think about some of the crazier stuff. You know.
Well, that's
Dave Lee Roth came through there. Sammy came through there.
Who was cooler?
I remember the Dave show better. It was just more of at the time, the stuff that I was into. I wasn't as much into the Sammy stuff. It was before they weren't on the Sam and Dave show yet, but it was.
Yeah, it was before that.
Just before that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably 99.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, it was around that time because I think I saw him in New York at probably the same tour. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, Dave. It was more of like at that point, I had seen the US Festival and that sort of thing. That was the stuff I was into. To this day, I'm still a Sam or Dave fan. I don't really care.
But did Dave like mingle or hang out or talk to anybody?
I got to talk to Sam just for 30 seconds. Love your stuff, all that kind of stuff. Dave, I didn't really have a chance to talk to.
Yeah.
That was his bleach blonde days.
Mm-hmm. Yes. with his tight, shiny
The blue.
The night before, I think he hit himself with his sword in the nose, which he
You
had
think
done
he
multiple
would have learned
times.
something when he did the Jimmy Kimmel show, but no.
Exactly, yeah. I think that happened multiple times to him.
Oh man.
That's why I started using a mic stand instead of a sword.
Or a baton that he uses now, or
Well, I think it's like a mini mic stand.
Yeah, like a Freddie Mercury type thing.
my favorite thing, besides the slow motion video of his nose basically hitting his cheek. My favorite thing about that is when Eddie comes out and he's like, he almost has that look on his face like, are you effing kidding me? You know,
bonehead.
Yeah, you idiot. You know, he just almost couldn't believe that this was happening.
Right, because they had they had 10 songs to do. Like
Yep.
it was the beginning of a 10-song set. Like
The beginning, the intro.
they had to restart everything. And
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but we
I
got
hit myself in the
10-minute jam
nose with
without
the
Dave.
microphone.
all right, I gotta talk about Poison for a second, because I remember when I first saw them, and this is like 1987 when they first came out, and I was so hardcore into what Van Halen was that when I saw a band trying to directly rip everything off of theirs, like I was insulted. Thank you. I'm presenting.
There you go.
I was insulted. I was angry. I thought it was so bad. I thought they were so cheap and just a complete rip. Like I wanted to confront them. I thought it was so.
I'm going to their show and I'm going to find them.
We're gonna fight. You know, like this is awful. And you know what that
You
first
feel like they were
song
ripping
had-
off Van Halen?
that first song they had, which was like a direct rip of Cheap Trick, you know, She's Tight, that She's Tight rip, you know, you remember that one?
What song?
They looked more like Fran.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
Talk dirty.
to me.
right. But it was She's Tight. And I was like, what are you guys doing? This is so stupid. And they
That song ended that band.
what do you mean?
And at the 1990, what was it? One Music Awards, 92.
Wasn't it the same one that Van Halen played at?
Yeah. 90 was that 92 then, right? Or 91?
91.
Yeah, they were supposed to play whatever single that was, you know, their latest single,
I think it was on Skinny Bop.
Unskinny Bop. So there you go. And CeCe DeVille didn't tell anybody else in the band, and he started playing "Talk Dirty to Me," and that was it. Like there was an interview with Bret Michaels, and he was like, he started playing a different song than nobody else rehearsed for.
Well,
And he
that's
said-
like just desserts. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. No, I was never a Poison fan either until. Well, I'm still not a Poison fan, but I would never admit that.
You did say until though.
No, they have a less than a handful. They have less than a handful of good songs. Dude, hold on a second. Every Rose Has Its Thorn and Something to Believe In are great songs.
I just didn't believe it. I thought it was.
No, I didn't believe it either.
I didn't believe it.
But when you listen to those songs now, you're like, you know what? Those are damn good songs.
No.
But what about the production? What about the sound of those songs?
You know what? I hear when you hear Unskinny Bob come in, doom, doom, bah, doom, doom, bah.
That's a good tune.
That snare drum is very reminiscent of the Black Album snare drum.
Right. Another great record.
That came before the Black Album, didn't it?
91, August of 91, the Black Album came out. I don't know. It might have.
Skinny Bop was what, 88?
Yeah, it was in the 80s.
So
Anyway,
if you want to play bass, listen. Hold on. After the show tomorrow, sometime, if you want to laugh, right? Put on Unskinny Bop and just listen to the bass line. It is. My dog could play the bass line to Unskinny Bop. It's the doom, 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 doom. The whole song, even like the chorus, and the verse, it's like doon, 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 doon. It's like, what were you doing?
He hit one note and they just kept repeating it.
It's Kip Winger 101.
Well,
Dude, no, hold on a second. Kip Winger.
Kip Winger, man, that
He's
guy's
a phenomenal musician.
What that bass line, what that is, that's 80s. That's an 80s keyboard.
Right. Exactly.
Technique is what that is. That's a dance. That's a dance thing.
Yeah, and I get that what they were trying to do, but don't anybody that kind of says Kip Winger doesn't know what he's doing.
I didn't say he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's phenomenal.
But his bass lines are simple. They're one note bass lines.
Yeah, you're right.
They're quarter note, bass lines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as a musician,
he's great.
You have to give Kip credit.
Yeah.
Kip has a good
everything
voice.
he's done.
He's got a good voice. So.
Yep.
I remember reading an article with Angus Young, and they were talking about his, the songwriting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that it's not intricate and everything like that. And he was like, it doesn't make a difference. It's the catch, it's the hook, and it sells. It's good songs that stand the test of time. It's hard to argue when, when Angus Young, and his brother, made that kind of music. As far as I'm.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, AC/DC is rock and roll.
No, I agree, 100%. Yeah.
AC/DC is the epitome of good rock and roll.
Yeah.
And sticking to a formula. And there's only a few bands that have been able to stick to a certain formula.
With three singers, no less.
And Jay, that's exactly what the article was, what the question was, proposed to him. And he was like, it's worked since day one. It's still working today. Why would we change?
Nobody wants to hear.
I need to remind you guys something, okay? This is the Steve Andersen show. We haven't heard from Steve Andersen in 45 minutes.
Well, now Steve knows how Johnny
feels.
I forgot Steve was here.
Yeah, I know. This is the longest time.
This is the only time I get to
hasn't talked.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Steve Andersen.
There's 14 people in here. Okay, Jay.
Wait a second.
Jay Hannon.
Yeah.
Jay, I got a question. You got to come up with this week's trivia question, like a Van Halen, David Lee Roth with Van Halen, or a Sammy Hagar.
Hold on. Let's go back to what we touched upon earlier.
Yes, go for it.
Wait, let me touch it again.
When you
was that before the show?
Why do you think I'm in this?
He's still.
Are you in like Alaska right now or something? It's friggin' May and you're wrapped up.
At least he's not in his bed showing us his hairy sweater.
Whoa.
His bear pelt.
Oh.
Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah.
The bear pelt.
All right,
you did that one yourself for $500.
Is this too lame of a question then, Steve? Steve, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
I mentioned before that I prefer Eddie play keyboards live to the keyboard songs.
Yes.
Some people, I didn't realize that people actually preferred, that he didn't. So is that a good enough question?
I think you should.
Or we can go to Michael Smith's question that he had last week, which I forget what it was.
No, he was asking what song off of each record would you drop? Like, what's your least favorite song off of Van Halen?
That's a lot of songs.
Yeah, it is.
But it's interesting. Like which ones you like? Just like,
Honestly,
I think that's easier than a favorite song.
Yes.
You really got me. Jamie's crying. I skipped the hits. To be honest with you.
I'd say you'd want to skip any cover tunes, like an original song off of like each record. We could do a poll like that. Let's do like the first.
Feels So Good for me is the worst Van Halen.
Oh, I like that one though.
Really? Worse than How Many Say I?
Well, I mean, I don't think How Many Say I even counts. Like for me, like
No.
Feel So Good was released as a single, and I was so insulted by it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
It hurt me.
Hey, he's the Frankenstein in the video. That's got to count for something.
We got to have people like this song somehow. Eddie, play this guitar. Okay.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Like Eddie had to pull the Frankenstein out to say, like, let's try and get this up there. You know, like,
please like this song.
Please like this song. Yeah.
So what you could do is like one song from both eras. Which song would you drop?
There you go. That's the question right there.
All right.
Wait, hold on a second. No, the album thing is better. That's more difficult.
Yeah, album by album. What song would you drop?
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I think it's easy because
that's actually yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it then. Let's.
Yeah. So guys, in the chat, you can put it in the chat. You can put it in comments. If you have my phone number, you can phone me. You can text me. You can email me. I had a lot of late entries today. Like Bruce, man, he was firing me texts for his entries. But yeah, go for it. What song off of every record would you drop?
Or can we include covers?
No covers and no instrumentals.
I see Spanky McAllister said, "What about Big Bag Bill or Sweet William?" Now I like that because his old man plays on it. So
yeah, I'd never drop that.
Out of here.
There's a worse song on Diver Down, isn't there? Than that one?
Yeah, Happy Trails.
Right, that counts.
There you go.
That doesn't count.
I'm so confused.
No covers and no instrumentals. That's the rule.
I don't know what's going on.
How about
It's actually hard to take one off a Diver Down.
Throw the rules out the window there, Steve. Just your worst song. You know why have rules? You like it, you don't.
All right. Well, for me, it'd be Little Dreamer on Van Halen 1.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was never a big fan of Jamie's Crying, so
yeah, I'm with you on that, Steve.
Crying. I love it.
Yeah, no. I like the heavy stuff. I'm the One, On Fire. Those are my two favorites off of that one. So it's not like some
solo next song.
It's like even though it's your least favorite song, you can still like it, but there's other ones you like more, right?
Yeah.
So we'll do that poll, and I'll tally up everything I get from everywhere, and for next Friday.
Hold on. If you can add no covers and no instrumentals, I'm gonna make a little asterisk. No acapellas. You can't choose an acapella either. So Happy Trails has to be in.
Well, that's a cover song.
Less than 1 minute. Anything less than 1 minute doesn't count. Or even 2 minutes.
That's really hard on Diver Down is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I vote Tora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Van Halen 2?
Or even Loss of Control. I mean,
what?
Lost Control is a great song.
I like
Tora right before it, where it's just the screaming. That's garbage.
Right, but does that not count if it's under a minute?
That's hard.
Just whatever track you drop. You like a bunch of other ones off of Women, Children First more, so whichever one's your least favorite. Yeah. Let us know.
Control is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is cool.
It is, but is there anything on that album worse?
Could this be Magic or In a Simple Rhyme?
No.
They're worse than Lost of Control, in my opinion.
Oh, Women and Children First.
Simple Rhyme over most of those songs.
Women and Children First, to me, the entire thing is a classic.
Yep.
That entire record.
I'm not when I mention a song, it's not like I'm saying that song sucks. I'm just saying
no, you
it's
have
like the least
remove a song.
Favorite of them all. That doesn't mean that least favorite song could be one of the best songs like throughout history as far as all of music, but on that particular album,
Fair Warning is probably the easiest because it's 1 foot out the door.
No.
That one's great.
That was played with guitar would be so much better.
That song is so cool.
What name a worse
Sunday
song?
Afternoon and 1 foot out.
Is there a worse song?
What?
Sunday Afternoon in the Park is awesome.
There's like 14
people
talking right
song?
now. What?
Johnny, what about you? What do you think?
No, nobody talks.
Wait a minute.
Johnny, since you said that, what about you?
Okay, so what? Off Fair Warning?
Yeah.
What's the one song I would take off?
No, not well. Yeah, you can put it that way.
Is that what you're saying?
Favorite.
Yeah.
I still don't understand.
Least favorite. What's your least favorite song off of that album?
Push Comes to Shove would be my entry.
It
Oh
would
my
have to
God.
be
Best solos ever.
No.
Guys,
Best solos ever.
it's all an opinion. I like all the other songs more.
No.
It's like one of his top 5 solos. Top 5.
Or So This Is Love.
Love it. Sorry. Love it.
Yep.
Can we add like a burned out option?
Clause.
Yeah.
How about Van Halen? Period.
Yeah, so one foot out
I
the
knew
door.
somebody was going to go there, Dave, by the
Can
way.
we talk more about Winger?
Yes, we can. I can tell you something about Winger.
I think this is compelling. Everyone has to chime in. Off fair warning. What's the song that you would
Push
lose?
Comes to Shove.
Well, I'd have to look at the.
I'll give you the track listing. Mean Street, Dirty Movies, Sinner Swing, Hear About It Later. Side 2, Unchained, Push Comes to Shove, So This Is Love, Sunday Afternoon in the Park, as Steve would say, and then One Foot Out the Door.
Yeah, one foot out the door should have both feet out the door.
Exactly.
There was
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, myself. So This Is Love.
I'm with you, Johnny.
What?
Yep.
Out of all of them, that's the one that I would take off.
I'd take Push Comes to Shove over One Foot Out the Door. Or over So This Is Love.
All right, whatever. I can't play them. I've had a few of these. Sorry.
Yeah, my fingers don't work after one of them.
They don't. I love that song.
I saw the what?
Yeah, I love it. It's
Anyway.
Fair warning is the easiest call for me
Why?
because it seems like half a song.
Yeah, it's like they didn't
It's
finish
a
writing
throwaway.
it, just threw it in.
Throwaway.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And plus, it should be played on
match for your
guitar.
mean old man. I think it's time to roll. It's just like
You know the words though, don't you?
Yeah, and I love it.
I know all the words, but yeah, it just doesn't compute for me.
We should start like an argument. over this.
All right, how about Van Halen 2?
Dance the Night Away.
Whoa.
Oh man,
It's an opinion. I like all the other songs more. And
I might have to agree with you, Steve. Dance the Night Away only because it's like I really can't listen to it anymore.
yeah.
I
You're
can't
no
even. This is a
good.
great riff.
No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying
No, Steve, I know. We've
Oh, yeah.
already, we
Yeah.
already know all this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me just read the track listing. You're no
somebody
good.
looking at it right now. That is.
Yeah.
I'd say You're No Good. That's
You're no,
fine.
but that's
I
a
love
cover.
that song.
It's a
love
cover.
It's better than Linda Ronstadt's version.
I'd say
I'll
DOA.
give you that.
I'd say DOA.
What?
I
Oh,
love
what's
the
What's the track listing? What are the
All
songs?
right, so we got You're No Good, which is thrown out. Dance the Night Away. Somebody Get Me a Doctor. Bottoms Up. Out of Love Again. Light Up the Sky. Spanish Flair, which is a minute long, but it's an instrumental and it's whatever. And if anybody throws that one out, they're nuts.
Doesn't count.
DOA, Women in Love, and Beautiful Girls.
Yeah, no. See, I think Out of Love Again is David Lee Roth's best vocal performance in the history of Van Halen. So
Yeah, it's cool.
You know, I might even throw out Beautiful Girls.
Me
Only
too.
yeah.
Another one that's like
Yeah.
The hits.
Started
Yeah, and the hits.
Beautiful Girls.
Yeah.
That's the one I would take out.
Yep. I love this.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I love
it too, but
I
it's,
might have to agree with you. Eddie's playing it is killer though. Just
what's
that
next?
song
We
is
going
pure
back to
Van
Women and
Halen.
Children or
It's
No.
DOA for me. It's DOA.
DOA.
how can you throw out Dead or Alive?
You can.
Man.
It's not going to be Light Up the Sky.
No, hell no.
No. That stays.
All right, so am I going to
maybe it's battle between DOA and Bottoms Up.
am I going what album you want me to go to next?
I gotta go bottoms up then between those two.
I gotta go to bed. 3 a.m. You guys are crazy.
It's the Late Show, what? It's the Late Show.
It's only midnight.
It's midnight, baby.
It's only midnight, man.
It's only 1 o'clock.
Happy Steinberger Saturday, everyone.
Dave, since you're gonna go to bed, pick the next album.
We got to go to Tuesday and do a Trans Trem Tuesday show.
Yeah.
What album you want me to do next?
Yeah, pick the
Carnal
next album,
Knowledge.
Carnal Knowledge.
Ouch.
Okay, here we go.
Dave. Good one.
We got.
Spanked.
Spanked.
Oh, your guys are nuts.
It's
got-
an opinion.
I know it's an opinion, but I can
like
still
all
say
the other
it.
songs more.
Pound Cake, Judgment Day, Spanked, Run Around, Pleasure Dome,
Pleasure
In and
Dome
Out.
for me, out.
Man on a Mission, The Dream is Over, Right Now, 316, which is out, Top of the World. Top of the world for me.
Pleasure Dome.
I guess run around. Run around.
We all have a different answer. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Top of the World, out. I don't want it anywhere. Nope.
You know why?
They
For
premiered
Pleasure
the
Dome
video
for
at the
me.
show that I went to.
Go
They
ahead,
premiered
Dave.
Top of the World at my 91 show. I believe it was 91.
Go ahead, Dave.
Pleasure Dome for me because it went into Alex's drum solo, and I can't listen to his drum solo anymore. Like live, you know, on that tour, they did Pleasure Dome into the drum solo.
Yep.
And I'm like, Pleasure Dome doesn't do it for me, number one. And then you got to hear that dumb drum solo.
I actually got to agree with you. I picked Pleasure Dome too.
The reason I don't like Pleasure Dome is because of the spoken word part of Sammy.
The whole thing.
Everything,
The verse.
Everything else. No, I think guitar wise, it's amazing.
Well,
I
it's
love
this.
it.
Well, was he using the Steinberg or was it
No.
It was the come on, Dave. Help me out here. It was the
Gibson.
Music Man.
Oh, I have no. Well, it was a Steinberger. Well, it had a
was a
trans trem on it.
yeah,
Whatever guitar he recorded it with, it was with a trans trem.
except for
Yeah.
the solo, obviously.
No, I love that quick.
No,
part.
the whole thing.
The
The
solo
whole
was
thing
the
was
trans trem.
because
sure?
you can
You
hear
can
the
hear 'em-
EMGs. You can hear the EMG pickups. They sound like EMGs in that whole song.
Okay.
You can hear him pulling up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the only thing, yeah, he does the little the cat purr in the solo.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I love the song. I just hate Sammy's spoken word part. It almost kills the whole song for me. It's not the worst song on the album for me.
What's it for you again? Which one?
I want to say Spanked, and it's hard. That's a tough one. What's the other one?
Top of
In
the
and
world.
Out.
Read them again. The second side.
Side 2. It's so funny to see a side 2. It's like nowadays, you know, you got In and Out, Man on a Mission, Dream is Over, Right Now, 316, Top of the World.
The dream is over. It's like the cheesiest chorus ever. Like it's like, where did that come from?
But the rest of the song is so great.
The rest of the song is so great, but that chorus is like, oof.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
the verse and the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is like, oh my god, this is
In the beginning. I mean,
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But
Jay, which one did you pick?
Top of the World, out of here. Out of here. It's one of my least favorite Sammy songs until Balance. It's like so corny and so hey, let's write a hit here.
right.
Well, he got the riff off of the end of Jump.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Did Roth ever try to sue them for royalties for that song?
Why would he? Why would he? He didn't write it.
I just know how to play that crap too.
I like that.
It's cool, but it's like standing on top of. It's like, oh my god,
It is
kill me
cheesy.
now.
It is cheesy.
Kill me now.
All right. What about OU812?
Hold on. The one thing that annoyed me on the 04 reunion tour was they played all of the hits from all the Sammy albums, you know, and I was like, ugh. All right, let's go to what do you want?
OU812.
All right.
Oh, you hate one too?
Mine All Mine,
which I think are some of Sammy's best lyrics.
Apolitical Blues.
What is it? Isn't
cover.
that
If
a
that even counts.
It's a
It's a
cover.
cover. It's a
Oh,
cover.
yeah,
When It's Love?
Little feet.
Not on the original release.
Yeah, it's not even on this list
It
right
feels
now.
so good, man.
It's
It
a
feels
cover,
so
man.
good. Easy.
Yeah, it feels so good.
Yeah, I think that's going to be everybody's. When It's Love, AFU, Cabo Wabo, which is
What
Steve's
about
favorite.
Sucker in a Three-Piece?
I
Great
love
song.
that song. I love that song.
Great guitar playing on it.
Pretty
Yes.
raw Edward right there. So you can't.
Source
really
of
go-
Infection feels so good. Finish What You Started.
Source of
Black and
Infection's
Blue,
is
Sucker and
great.
Three Piece.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, keep going, man. Keep going.
I can't.
Wasn't that the riff that they played in Back to the Future? Something pretty close to that, wasn't it?
No,
No.
Johnny plays that
Kind
riff.
of.
Johnny plays that a lot. Go
Kind
ahead,
of like
Johnny.
that.
Grab your guitar, Johnny.
I don't have a thing. Steve knows it.
Yeah, Johnny plays that at every guitar shop he goes into. And everybody goes, wow, I know that. What the hell is that? No one ever knows.
It's how he tests guitars.
Well, everyone has their one riff that they play that they do,
Yeah.
and that's Johnny's riff.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I used to frequent guitar shops back in the early 90s, I used to laugh my butt off when I'd hear this. And people would play it.
That's one of the first things I ever learned on guitar.
It's one of mine as well. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Still a killer riff, man.
It is. It really is. You know.
All
What?
right, so Diver Down.
What?
Diver Down.
What about it?
What song?
Oh, he's like, you just played Inner Sandman. Let's go to something else here. All right.
There's only like 5 originals, so
Yeah, this should be easy then, right? It's probably going to be harder.
it's gonna.
It is
hurt.
because they're all great.
This is
God damn,
painful.
yeah.
All the
Totally
originals
painful.
on that record are great.
Kill them,
Because
man.
you got Hang 'em High is on par with Hot for Teacher as far as the greatest one pass 3 instrument song ever. So
For I'm the One, yeah.
You're gonna say Secrets? I defy anyone to say Secrets. Great
No,
song.
I'd probably like. It's not that I don't like little guitars, but I might have to drop that one.
it's hard to say Big Bad Bill because you know
It's
it
a
has
cover.
It's a cover, yeah.
John or Jan, whatever his name is on it. But
How do you drop little guitars? Man,
Because out of all the other ones, I like them more. That's
Yeah,
all it
let's-
is. I'm not
let's-
saying I don't like it.
no, I know.
Let's go through all the non-covers, okay? Hang 'em High,
excellent.
and then obviously there's 2
Secrets.
instrumental. Well, there's instrumentals, so I got to get rid of those. So you got Hang 'em High, Secrets, Little Guitars, and The Full Bug, and that's it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
Holy
crazy,
crap.
man. This is probably the hardest album
Yeah,
when you think about it.
Yeah,
man.
it's gotta
It would have to be the Full Bug for
Full
me.
bug. Full
Oh.
bug. Yeah.
Oh,
You know, listen, that's you have to pick something. That would be it.
because there's other double bass boogies that are better. Honestly,
Secret was such a unique song too, but that's probably the one that I would.
and a great solo, one of the top solos too.
Man, it's so hard.
And he uses Rob Johnson's guitar on it.
Hey, Rob, this is Ed.
where's that guitar? I need it for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Where's that guitars? Wouldn't a double neck just be called the guitars?
Where's that guitars? Where's that guitars?
What about
very funny.
1984?
Johnny, is there any pictures or anything of him using the red double neck that you've seen?
Never seen it.
No.
Nope.
No.
And there's 2 red double necks.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. And he used a Gibson for a little while, didn't he, at the beginning of that
Yep.
tour? Or?
Yep.
Yep.
Jimmy Page.
Yeah, I think he started using that. It may have actually been in 80.
I think
he used
our book. He
Did
has,
he use that for Simple Rhyme?
I think so. Yeah, I know he used a Rick to record it. But I think live he used the Gibson double neck.
But he never played Simple Rhyme on tour. I think 2012 was the first time he played, or 15 maybe.
Now, I've heard it before.
Is that all right?
I've heard it before. Yeah.
All right. So what off 1984?
Oh,
Well,
who left us? Someone
Let's
just
skip ahead real quick. If I bet 5150 is the easiest album.
Oh, it was Mike. Oh, there he is.
Real quick.
Don't say Inside.
There's the guitar right there, the red one. Right?
Yep, that's one of them.
That's it.
That is awesome.
Does that have the same
I'd
specs?
almost take
the
Get
yellow?
Up over the Inside.
Oh, you're
Sorry.
I'm hearing voices, you guys.
Michael Anthony's backup vocals. You alone.
I don't know.
I'm with you on that, Caleb.
What? All right,
Yeah.
Johnny, ejector seat.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, what's
Inside over
yours?
Get Up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would pick it. I would probably pick Why Can't This Be Love?
Oh,
Yeah, it's right there.
That's true. That's a good one.
What,
you know
to
what?
pick?
Every time I hear that song,
Nah,
Get it out.
that's a great.
Yeah.
That one's grown on me, definitely.
That's one of the greatest Van Hagar tunes.
I gotta tell you, when I first, I remember the
was
day
disappointed.
that came out, the day that song came out, and I was disappointed. I was like,
Me
"What's this?
I
This
could
is
see
Van Halen."
why. I could see why.
Yeah, I remember
As far as
MTV,
there
there was a live. Yeah, there was a live video. I remember that was the first thing I saw from that version of Van Halen. Why can't this be live? Love live somewhere.
Why can't this be live? That's what I say about here.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
Why,
Yep.
It should have been called "Why Can't This Be Live?"
Yeah. Why can't this be live?
That's hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was such a mistake to have their first offering with a new singer be such a keyboard-driven song. I thought it was, and the solo.
What about Dreams?
Well,
Anyone?
Dreams has possibly the best Sammy vocal, which means best vocal in Van Halen history.
Yes, hands down.
And
I just think the subject seemed just, I don't know, it seemed played to me.
I don't know. I get goosebumps when I hear that song.
yeah,
So-
and I love the solos. I love that second solo. I think is one of the most beautiful things he's ever played. So
The tapping thing.
yes,
Do you know the? You know that, whatever that is, that note with the bend that sounds like almost like airplanes. Yes.
One?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's awesome.
You got.
Yeah.
Anyone
man.
else a fan of Inside?
Oh yeah.
Anyone
What?
else Inside?
What?
the inside I thought was just cool because it was different. I just thought it was different, and I loved trying to figure out what they were saying. Like,
I know in the
there's so much
background.
to it. The layers, man.
I'm trying to figure out what we're saying right now. To me, this sounds like the inside. I'm wearing headphones. I'm hearing voices nonstop.
yeah. I think,
No, but
yeah.
what I was going to say real quickly, you guys know there's an extra Eddie lick in the Dreams single,
Yep.
right?
In the first verse.
In the first verse, there's a solo. It's in the music video. It's on the single. It's not on the album.
What?
Did you guys know that?
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I gotta go listen to that now.
Look up the video, the music video with the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
You'll hear an extra solo in
Holy
the
smokes.
beginning. Yeah.
I gotta go watch it.
It's
Right
quick.
now.
It's quick. It's very easy to miss unless you're a nerd.
Yeah, I didn't. Who? Yeah. Why? I don't know.
Well,
why they did
hold on a
this.
second.
It's
If-
during the verse.
There's a note at the end of the 5150 solo before the last part. There's a note that's overdubbed in. You guys know that one? Know what I'm talking about?
No.
I probably know it if I hear it, but I'm kind of too drunk to know it.
He's been sipping on Jack Daniels for 3 hours.
That's right. I have.
That'll get you lit up.
3 hours. Dang.
All right, so where is this lick?
Fender
Oh,
Guru.
sure.
Yeah.
Blue Angels?
It's on the blue. You can't play it on here.
I know,
The,
I mean-
the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
Let me think. It's during.
Better change your tune.
It's right there. It's during the first verse. You know how
Yeah.
during the second verse you hear a little solo, a little lick.
Yeah.
During the first verse, yeah. Better change your tune. Listen to after that. You'll hear like a real quick run,
Yeah.
which is not on the album.
It's a tremolo bar scream that he does.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a horse. It's like a quick.
Wait, does
Yeah,
anybody
it's
else?
a tapping thing with a horse thing at the end of it, and it's
Yeah.
the first one.
Better change your tune. Nothing happened.
Does anybody else agree that the solo, the slowed down solo in for 5150 and Live Without a Net is probably the coolest part of the whole concert?
You mean
Yeah,
Reach
it's
for the
right up
Sky?
there.
Yeah, I wore
it's
out-
not the
I wore
solo
out
that
the
does it;
VHS
it's the
on that
drum
one.
beat.
But
I wore out the VHS
They
at that
slow
point.
down. They go to halftime, and
Yeah.
he plays that delay
Yeah.
solo.
He does the cathedral thing.
Yeah,
during
that's
the
cool.
song.
Right. I
But
think
it's not that. That's not what makes it cool. It's the halftime drum beat that makes it cool.
Playing off the drums.
I like what he's playing too. So
Yeah.
That and the Detroit version are two of the best 5150 versions.
Yeah.
John BL is naming them like the way the Grateful Dead guys name their concerts. It's amazing because I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
I know exactly what he's talking about. And most people wouldn't.
Yeah, Detroit and even though what was it, just Detroit, Montreal, only a couple of good boots from that era, aside from Live Without a Net. But yeah, Detroit had some great versions, great songs.
Detroit, you're number one.
Those were the venues that people, Detroit, Montreal, what was it? Maryland,
Worcester, Mass.
Worcester. Yeah, that's my home venue. Those were the ones that really got a lot of the recordings out. Philadelphia, the big cities.
Spectrum. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can't find that part you're talking about.
I got it.
What's
I
the
got it
time?
right here. Hang on, I'll tell you what it is.
What are you playing through, Jay?
Little Yamaha.
Hang on. I'll play it. Hang on. I'll play it on here.
Ah, okay.
It's too heavy for me.
It's right here.
Oh wow! I never heard that before.
That's the horse, isn't it?
It's in the Blue Angels video, and it's
I'm watching the
single.
Blue Angels video right now, and I don't see it. It's not there.
112. How can you
112.
see it?
112. It's after Better Change Your Tune. Well, you
I
can't
probably
see
should
it,
have
you
went
can
to
hear
the original Blue Angels video instead
Yes.
of 112.
it. Oh, well, don't play that.
You just played it.
Fine.
Wow.
Too late.
Yeah.
Poof. Hey, look at that thumbnail.
There you go.
112. 112 on
Yep.
the single. The Blue Angels, and on the single, meaning the 45, the whatever. It's a real quick. Yeah.
Whoa. Hey guys, check out my curtains.
Hey, they both have the same curtains. Look at that. With Michael Smith and Don Pio.
I thought that was Michael.
They're in the same house.
Mike, I thought that was you, dude.
Holy, are you for real?
They're on the same boat.
You're on one end of the ship.
Are you guys roommates?
Yeah, sorry,
Where the
guys.
hell are you?
Hold on, John. John, you got to show your curtains.
Now, somebody's
You
in
and
my
Mike have the
house.
same curtains.
You guys are, to me, your boxes
Same
are
with Mike.
together. Can I say that?
Yeah.
You guys are right. Can,
John,
for you guys,
The
are,
curtains are one. The curtains are one.
I'm not on a boat. Michael,
Look
you
at
on a
this.
boat?
Hold on, John, show your curtains. your meat curtains.
Here's my curtains, John.
And what I want to know, do the curtains meet the drapes?
look, see, to me, they're in the same room. Look at that. The two boxes are together. Look.
Nice.
Wow.
He actually bought the stuff over. So. He never mailed it.
Guys got the same curtains.
John's going to send everybody the same curtains now.
Oh my God, we got poof curtains.
Oh, snap.
That's insane.
Angelo J. Rachetti asks, why can't you play it? Because the
See,
video is
look.
going to get flagged.
Look at that. Look, they're both. It's like you guys are sitting next to each other.
Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't poofs.
Curtains.
Those aren't poof shirts.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
I don't know. Mine are full length. How long are yours, Michael?
Come on now.
Do some dentine.
Well, I mean, it is Steve's show.
Mine are like 6 feet long.
Thumbnail.
How long are yours?
Thumbnail.
Say again?
How long are yours? Mine are like 6 feet long. Who's got the longer curtains?
12 and a half
Whoa.
foot.
Wait, you guys not doing like a curtain measuring contest?
I got no idea.
It all depends on how much hair is around the curtains.
Oh God.
My curtains are trimmed pretty good, so.
Oh, gross.
Okay, guys, 1984. What song are you dropping?
Back to the task at hand.
Yes.
I'll wait.
I'll wait.
I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Yeah, it's I'll wait for sure.
No.
No.
No?
Jump.
Mm.
Out of here.
Their only #1 single you're dropping?
Well, hey, look at this. I'll wait. Writers: Eddie Van Halen,
I'm going with I'll wait.
Michael Anthony, David Lee Roth, Michael McDonald,
Michael Smith. Look at that.
Michael McSmith.
That's so funny.
Is Michael McDonald credited?
Yeah, now he is, I guess.
Wow.
My choice is Jump, man. I can't listen to that song anymore. It's so corny.
That's because it's played out, but it's not a bad tune, man.
I'm not saying it's a bad song, but I think it's one of my least favorite. And Johnny, when you mentioned about the Dreams video, there's an extra Roth vocal part on the video.
In Jump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's George of the Jungle little thing he does.
Right?
I always thought that was the best thing. You know, I love that. So funny.
You know, because when you hear the song on the radio, you always sing that part, even though it's not there.
I do. You're right. Yeah.
It's
What
kinda
are you
like-
watching? Car chases?
Here's a good little MTV trivia. Do you remember the Pat Benatar song "Love Is a Battlefield"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Great
right in
song.
that certain part of the song, you'd go, "Leave me alone," from the chick in the video who was like slapping away the guy.
All those music videos where they had acting and they had like
Yep.
dialogue and stuff. You still hear that when you hear the song on the radio. Yeah.
Hey, here's a challenge. Next week, everybody has to have these kind of curtains behind them.
What am I gonna do?
I'm gonna lose on purpose.
Now, Dave, you got to paint all your guitars like that.
You just stand up. You just stand up.
Damn,
Brown velvet.
I didn't mean to laugh at that.
That's all right.
Well, my guitar is out of tune now.
I could have just said, Johnny, all Johnny has to do is smile.
Smile, Johnny.
Or not smile. Not smile. It's like closed. Wow. We got 30 people.
Really?
Oh yeah, man.
Amazing.
I told you, yeah, this is the place to be on Friday night.
Amazing.
Okay, boys, balance. What song you dropping?
Hold on. Anybody that's not in the chat,
Can't
I want
stop
you to
loving
comment in the chat where you're from.
Can't stop loving you.
Yes, I'm with you, Caleb.
I need to revisit Balance. I haven't listened to that in probably 10 years anyway.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite songs is "Take Me Back." I love that.
Great
I
song.
love that tune.
Love it. Love
Seventh
it.
Seal,
Love it.
Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Tell Me, Amsterdam, Big Fat Money, Strung Out, Instrumental, can't count it. Not Enough, Aftershock.
Would be not enough for me, probably.
Yeah, it might be me on that one too. Ethereum, which is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Not featured on the LP. Take Me Back. And Feelin'. Feelin', I think, is one of my favorite.
Can you stop talking?
How was that?
What happened?
Sound like somebody tried to burp and puked.
That might have happened.
That's called a parf, right?
Yeah. Feelin' is great. Feelin's one of my favorite Van Halen songs.
Yes.
Wow.
I got to go with Not Enough.
I like the solo in that one.
Yeah.
Can't stop loving you. Can't stop loving you for me.
Yeah, I think Can't Stop Loving You would be mine. Now that I think of it, it's like that's the one song. I remember when they made the video for that, and I was like, oh, just puke. I'm going to throw up right now.
All right, it's like a $5 video.
And Sammy and his short hair.
And the couple.
What, you got some against short hair?
With Sammy, yes.
Why?
Because he looked goofy
He's got
He
beautiful
looks
hair.
goofy with any hair.
when he cut his hair.
When you can sing like Sammy Hagar, you don't need hair.
So I think that was the first album, in my opinion, that Sammy sounded like his voice was a little, strained. Like he was working to hit some of those notes.
Yeah.
Which was the case,
You think that was his first record?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it was before that, actually.
Well, 5150 sounds like he's 25 years old. And he was 39.
So what about Van Halen 3?
I don't consider that Van Halen.
I think
You're crazy. You're
we're all
absolutely
gonna
crazy if you don't consider that Van Halen.
Man, I've never
I
listened
can't
to
pick
it.
I can't pick a worst on that album.
How
That's
many
like
say
8
I?
songs.
How many
I've
say
only
I?
seen the MTV stuff on that one.
Yeah, that's a great record. You should listen to it again.
Yeah,
I tried.
and I like Extreme. I like Gary Sharon. They're actually local guys. From my area.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something I got to give it a chance. I never have.
I think Without You is a great song. I love it. I love the song.
I liked Year to the Day was my favorite off of that. I like that song. Yeah.
Great solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of songs where I don't like his tone, and I don't like the 7 parts of it. It's just so disjointed. But
No, I'm a big Extreme fan. I love Extreme, but I just somebody getting in trouble? Get off the computer.
That's going to be me in a second. She's going to wake up and I'm going to be in the doghouse. I should have been in bed 2 hours ago.
Chateau Bow Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, man. I bought Van Halen 3 and it was the only CD I ever returned.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So you can't really pick a least favorite, can you?
No, I mean, I've listened to it.
Jay, do you think it was like your preconceived notions of it, or you think it was, or you actually listened to it and really?
No, I was an Extreme fan. But the second I remember that the second I heard on the radio that Gary Cherone was the new lead singer of Van Halen. And I remember thinking to myself, it's not going to work. It's not going to be good.
Absolutely. Every one of us thought that, I'm sure. I can't imagine anyone who didn't think that.
Yeah. And like I said, I was an Extreme fan. I liked Extreme, but I just knew in my head and just that sound, his voice is not going to work in Van Halen.
Yeah, it was
his voice. Nuno Betancourt's groove playing was perfect.
Well, Nuno wrote all the melodies in that band.
Yeah,
he told he basically was like when you watch videos, I think it was on the tour of Porno Graffiti. There's video footage of them backstage while Nuno was writing Extreme 3, basically showing Gary, okay, this is the riff, and then he would tell him the melody to sing over top of it. So I honestly think that if Nuno Betancourt produced Van Halen 3, it would have been great, but that obviously wasn't going to happen.
What an amazing guitar player Nuno is.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, he's
great.
Top five for me.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep.
He's one of those guys that it's him playing. And I think that's a huge, as far as my top guitar players, when you hear somebody, when you're like, oh, that's this guy playing after a couple notes.
No,
that's greatness right there,
It's jaw-dropping. He's a jaw-dropping guitar player. Like, he's one of those guys that you're like, oh my God. Like, he's like Joe Bonamassa. It's like, you can't, no one plays like that. Like, there's a few guys where no one plays like him.
Well, dude, watch him play some of those songs live, like the Extreme songs.
Yeah.
And I have one of the tab books. And I know some tabs aren't right and all this crap, but when you see some of the rhythm parts he's playing, some of the chords, and I'm like, wait a minute, I would have to use 6 fingers to play some of this stuff.
And he's singing backups while he's doing it.
And he's singing backups, and that's one thing that people don't realize. And Mad Dog just mentioned Nuno can sing great as well.
I'm here to sing backups, man. On that effective Fibian thing.
If anybody hasn't heard Dweezil Zappa's solo album, Confessions, Nuno Betancourt is all over it. All over it. He sings a bunch of the choruses. He produced it. And
there's a couple of videos of him playing live, Nuno. I think it's Flight of the Bumblebee and a couple other songs. And he's just jamming out, and he looks straight at the camera. He's like almost yawning. Like
that's during
his solo.
Play With Me.
Yeah. Which is
Play With Me, which is one of the coolest.
Yeah, Play Me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. But there's a thing to that though. It's that solo, there's a couple parts that aren't as hard as they sound because it's like
triplet echo
pull-offs. It's a lot of pull-offs that he does. Open string, So it sounds harder than it is, but it's still hard. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
But he's yawning at the camera like I'm bored. And he says I'm bored or something easy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his guitar is down here. I wouldn't be able to play like that.
Well, so is he. He's down there too. He's about 4'5",
which is why he plays a narrow guitar,
and that's why his guitar looks humongous on him.
Yeah, he is great though.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that bothers me about him is the black fingernail polish. I would like to cut his fingernails off.
I will de-fingernail you.
Oh no, John BL says his battery is dying.
I'm exhausted myself. I gotta say goodnight.
Poof.
Poof.
Poof. Where's Johnny?
Guess we're all poofing.
Okay,
Mine's
boys,
in
I'm
the
back.
laundry.
Are we good?
I heard.
Are we good?
Steve's
Oh,
not good. Oh, do you have that out? You son of a gun.
There it is. I just dug into the Zed part of my catalog. This is the
Nice.
Zappa record from like 1991 that has lots of Nuno Betancourt on it. A song called "The Kiss" that he sings vocals on. Sounds awesome. And there's a version of "Staying Alive" from the Bee Gees, and there's like 6 different guitar solos on it, like Steve Lukather from Toto. There's Zach Wilde,
Rhett Beach.
Warren DeMartini. There's like 6 guitar solos in a row on "Staying Alive." It's pretty cool. Yeah.
So hold on, open that up and show that one picture of him with he has a backwards hat on, and he's playing
like this. That one.
Look what he's playing too. Steinberger.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's a big picture in here with all of his guitars behind him or something. Yeah.
And he thanks Edward Van Halen in that for being my inspiration and all that stuff. And it says something about that last song on the album, the return to the something shagunga gunga gunga or something.
Yeah.
And supposedly Alan Thicke was one of the voices on there.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's Dweezil with a bunch of his guitars on it. I don't know if you guys can make that out or not.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry.
Steve, take a picture of that and send that to me.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
Steve, what's up with your
camera's horrible right now,
holy
dude.
crap, your internet's going burn.
Well, there's like 7 guys in here probably, right? So.
Well, it's gonna be one less because I'm gonna say goodnight. But
Okay,
send me
boys,
that picture.
Yeah, thanks for being here, boys, from the East Coast. Thanks, boys.
Good night, Dave.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Have a good week, Snickers.
She's sleeping. She's in the bed. Hey, listen, I had a great time. I had a great time. Both shows. Great shows tonight. Awesome. Bye, guys.
Good night.
I don't know how long I'm going to last, but battery's dying, but
Uh-oh.
I'll stay on as long as I can.
Here's another one from the same, pretty much, it's all Dweezil Zappa and his brother Amit on vocals. This was called Music for Pets.
Music for Pets is pretty damn cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just really good music. And
do you have the one before that? Shampoo Horn?
Yeah, there's another one. There's also this one, Dweezil Zappa, Automatic, it's called.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I got all his stuff. I sort of followed him, so yeah.
Well, in my opinion, his best is Confessions. And he was what's the guy's name who has a YouTube channel? Not Johnny Beane. But there's somebody. He was the guy has a YouTube channel, and he went to one of Dweezil's recent shows.
Oh, really?
Before the show was a backstage thing. He was talking to Dweezil, and he had the live stream set up. You know.
Yeah.
So I was commenting about that album, Confessions.
Yeah.
Asking if he's ever going to play anything off that album. You know, saying like shagunga gunga gunga, all that crap. And I know that he saw one comment because I was the only one that said something funny about that album.
Yep.
And Dweezil saw it and started giggling and looked at the guy who was with him. But then they moved on to something else, and I'm like, "Come on, man!" You know,
Yeah.
It's hands down his best material. That album, hands down.
Yeah, there's really good songs on the Shampoo Horn one too, Jay.
Huh?
Yeah.
What did you guys talk about Space Cadet though?
No, we didn't.
Because that's I would say that's the best one because Eddie actually played on that one.
Really?
My mother was a Space Cadet. Eddie did the slide guitar in the intro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he credited or is it just like I did that?
I think it's just I don't. He's credited as a producer.
Wow.
Yeah, check it
There's
out.
a cool interview with Dweezil. Not an interview. He's playing on stage, and he talks about when his father passed away. And he was talking about Eddie Van Halen. He's like, the first person to call him when his father passed away was Eddie Van Halen. And he got all choked up and stuff. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, there's a great video, guys, on YouTube. Dweezil Zappa, probably 10 years ago. he has like the Bumblebee EVH art series, and he plays Eruption. And
I think that's the show that he talks about that.
Yeah, there's a great intro to that where he talks about when Eddie came to their house, like in 20 minutes. Like they called him, Eddie wanted to meet Frank Zappa, and 20 minutes later, Eddie shows up at the house, and he was wearing like the jumpsuit from he's wearing the jumpsuit from Women and Children First, and Dweezil's like, oh my God, all of a sudden God walked into our house. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah,
like a superhero.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, he played here twice in Victoria on the Zappa Plays Zappa. He's been playing all of his dad's music with this band that he put together, these awesome musicians. And yeah, they played here a couple of times. I went and saw him twice. Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty crazy when you think about it. You know, his father was Frank Zappa, and he credits Eddie, you know, for being such an inspiration. And Steve Vai, he learned from both of them.
Oh yeah, well Vai, I mean, but there's footage of Dweezil playing with his dad when I think Dweezil was like 16 or something, and it's on stage. It's kind of hard to find. I haven't been able to find it recently, but I remember seeing it years ago. And Dweezil was like 16 or 17 on stage with his dad, and he's just burning his dad up. They're going like tit for tat, you know, back and forth.
Yeah,
and Dweezil is just ripping. And I'm like, oh, man, you know, I couldn't imagine, you know, how long I've been playing guitar. I can't play like that.
Yeah.
Anybody ever seen him live?
I did not.
Anybody ever seen him live? I haven't. I definitely got to catch him. Johnny? Caleb?
No.
Well, I mean, technically, I saw that NAMM Jam 1988. So I don't remember it much because there was so much going on, you know. And he was one of the guys playing. So, but it was Eddie and Sambora and Dweezil, and I think Lukather was there too. There was a lot of guys that they did Superstition or something. I don't know, but
wild
thing.
Wow.
Kinnison was hosting, and so they did Wild Thing, I think.
Kinnison was hosting that, really?
Yeah, in fact, he had the greatest line ever, which was when he was announcing the finale of the NAMM Jam. He was saying, you know, all you guys better take your life tonight because it ain't gonna get any better than this.
It's all downhill from here.
The funniest thing I've ever heard. So.
Did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice that Caleb has switched rooms? He's sitting on a brown couch.
Oh yeah, I had to get comfortable.
He's trying to match the curtains.
Yeah.
You know, you guys know I had a dog named Dweezil when growing up.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
cool.
So yeah, guys, when this album,
cool. Here you go. Something else.
Yeah. I didn't say anything for like an hour. So guys, you can go on YouTube. Guys, you can go on YouTube. Everybody in the chat, go on YouTube. About 1991, Confessions album came out. Dweezil was on Arsenio Hall. He was jamming with the band, and he sat down and talked to Arsenio Hall when this came out. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see. And yeah, that's my extra story about that one.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb, was this? That's it? You were there?
I was there for sound check too.
Right there.
And the sound check. Crazy.
And I have a picture with Edward. It's on my Facebook. I'll have to go find it.
It's almost 4 a.m. where Angelo Ricchetti is. He has to get up in 3 hours to go to work.
Oh, Angelo, thank you for staying up with us.
We'd apologize to you, Angelo, but thanks for being here.
Awesome, Angelo, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta find this.
I know.
What are you drinking, Jay? Oh,
A little of that. Yeah, I got to get up. And,
That's your hangover cure, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because all it takes is a few drinks for me, and I wake up feeling like crap. So. But no, I got to get up with Ellie tomorrow morning, so I got to be.
Oh my God!
I got to be ship shape.
Hours?
Really?
What?
What time is that at? 8?
No, I put her to bed a little later than I should. So I like sleeping, you know.
Yep.
Some people like you keep your daughter up that late. Like, yeah, you got a problem with that? Get your own kid, then you can tell me how to raise mine, you know.
John BL's in here like twice. What's happening?
John just poofed back in again.
I'm trying to get my. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, my phone wasn't charging, so I'm back to my iPad.
Yeah. So Michael Smith, when you're going to do your build, your 5150 build, where are you getting the body? Where are you getting the neck? What's the plan of attack, or do you have one yet?
I honestly don't have one. Like I said, when I start doing this, I'm gonna just reach out to you guys. I mean, this channel has as far as I'm concerned, the biggest wealth of knowledge as far as Eddie Van Halen gear, builds, and everything like that. So it's a no-brainer, man.
Here, Johnny, present me. I'll show you some of my NAMM photos from 1988.
Oh, okay.
Well, is this like the cut off the previous person show?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what we do here. This is the Caleb Rapoport takeover.
All right, who's that?
Who's the douche on the right?
That would be me.
Curly locks. Curly locks.
Wow.
He looks like he stabbed you. He looked like he stabbed you with the guitar. The head's missing.
Yeah.
How come you didn't steal that guitar?
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
I can't make it.
Yes.
It's all blown out on my screen.
Can I say it? I know who it is.
Yeah, say it.
It's Holsworth.
That's right.
Alan Holsworth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's that?
Oh my God! Look at that hairdo.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee?
Yes.
Wow.
Steve Morris?
Nothing there.
Just by the guitar and the hair.
Yeah, that's the guitar itself. Yeah, that's all you need. Where have these pictures been?
Wow. My face.
Jeff Beck?
Yes.
Back, nice. Look like you stuck your finger in the socket with your hair.
Wow. Look at that hair.
The shadow.
His hair has its own weather system.
Looks like you just got off the court playing some 2-on-2, man.
That's right. It's the shadow.
Is that from Tommy Boy?
No.
No. He said it looks like.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
You believe that? I took a picture with that guy.
Wow. That's a good picture.
It's my favorite one so far.
Oh, look at that. Whoa, you guys.
Who's the guy in the back right?
You guys go way back, man.
We do.
Who's the dude in the back right?
Do you know who that is, everybody?
Yeah.
That's Floyd Rose.
Oh, it says who it is.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
Floyd.
Okay.
That
I
is.
just bought one of his tremolos tonight.
Oh.
Oh. Whoa, you took that picture?
Yep.
That is awesome, man. Look at that.
Heineken.
Yeah.
He's playing through a Seymour Duncan amp.
Whoa.
Hey, Caleb, the pictures look a little, like weird coming over the internet right now. How cool are they in person? I mean, are they clear? Like on your screen?
In other words, do they really look like crap?
Does that look really look bad or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to your
it does. You can't really see it. I mean, you know it's Eddie, but I mean,
if you go a little closer.
I bet you it's clear as the bell.
A lot closer.
So what's clear to you, Caleb? Like you can see the guitar. That's the 5150, is it?
Oh, yeah. You're a Yankees fan too? Come on. Man.
Yeah, boy. Yes, he is.
I'm from California. I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah. Makes sense.
That's Dweezil's back right there.
Right here, boy.
With the pink strap.
Oh.
Where are these pictures, dude? I'm trying to find them.
On my Facebook. Go way back. An album.
These are all on your Facebook. Cool.
Like 30 years ago.
It is 30 years ago. There you go.
Heineken, beer of choice.
Is it in a certain album?
Well, here, I'll find them. I'll find them. Which album is it?
It says NAMM Convention, 1988.
I got it.
You sly son of a bitch! Yeah.
Wait a minute. Well, I got one of them.
That's it.
Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, these Eddie pictures are awesome. I used to have a jacket like that. It wasn't purple, but I think it was gray. I had a jacket that was gray like that.
That is killer, Caleb, man.
Yeah. It was
Who's got the pink, who had the pink guitar strap next to him?
That's the Weasel.
Really? In those stupid jeans?
Yes. Acid wash, baby.
Wow.
John, are you gonna put those up on your phone?
All right, hang on. You're there.
Caleb, your hair was awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It was. Yes.
Right there.
Who was Eddie handing his beer to?
Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb looked like he was delivering pizzas with his T-shirt that he was wearing.
That's right. Jacopo's.
Yeah, that's a cool one, man.
Well, there you go.
That's a cool picture, man.
Oh, that's cool.
There's the guitar right there.
The guitar.
Depending what area you like.
Huh?
Well, because a lot of people like the Frankenstein with the early Van Halen years, right?
Johnny, present yourself.
Present yourself.
Because Steve keeps talking.
Well, I have to be quiet too. So
Are you gonna get in trouble?
this is a great picture, Caleb. That's an
Oh,
awesome
that is
picture,
cool,
man.
dude. Look at that.
Very cool, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Look how young. The two
30
young
years.
bucks.
30 years.
So Caleb, did he recognize you from when you saw him earlier in like
No,
1983?
God, you know, he had a few. He had a few.
You can say it.
Yeah. And I wasn't about to go like, you remember, like the last thing you want to do with someone like that is go, do you remember me from, like, that's what everyone says. Yeah, remember me.
No.
So Caleb, what songs were those guys jamming when you saw them there? Do you remember?
Well, I think Wild Thing was the closer. I think they did Superstition, which they did the year earlier too. I believe Billy Idol sang that night too. I think he sang. But it was you know, a lot of people playing. It was a big show. There was a lot of players that night. So, and Eddie just came out for like the last two songs or something. So,
How did you gain access to that, Caleb? That show?
that's a good question.
There was this guy that
exactly.
he asked me to do something for him.
No, there was a keyboard player that actually found me, because when I go to these NAMM shows, I would go to the Kramer booth and I'd start playing, and so that happened in 86, and then in 87 they remembered me, so they said, "Can you want to hang out and play?" And so I would just play at the booth like most of the day. I would just be playing their guitars and just like demoing. And before they had like actual demo players, this was back 30 years ago. Now every booth has a demo player. And so this keyboard player from New York saw me and like he wanted me to join his band and stuff. And
Wow.
so we struck up a friendship. And anyway, he got me all this access to the 87 one, where Eddie has the short hair and the black tank top, and he plays with Steve Stevens.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I went to the sound check for that one, and I saw 5150 from 4 feet away. You know, when Zeke got there, he opened the case. Like I didn't know what was about to happen. He opened the case. Exactly. So, and yeah. So the next year was 88, and I got the same amount of access. So that dressing room that I'm in with Tommy Lee was the keyboard player's dressing room, because he was playing part of the jam, and Tommy Lee walked by the room and he saw keyboards and he was like, "Oh man, can I play?" And he came in and started playing, and like one of the coolest guys ever, Tommy Lee, by the way. So very down to earth, and it was a cool night. But I remember Eddie was definitely had a few, and was, you know, not the kind of person you could talk to about, you know, something that happened a few years prior. So
now Eddie used to be at the NAMM shows all the time back then, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he would make an appearance.
Right.
And every year it got worse and worse as far as like security and the throngs.
Yeah, because the crowds are going crazy after that.
Yeah. And so like by 87 or 88, he wasn't even going to the booth. He was just showing up at the jam. So he wasn't.
Sorry, Caleb, which year did you see him? Was it 87?
Well, I saw the first time I went was 85. So that was the giveaway one that I think Johnny knows, the guy that got the guitar.
Yeah.
So I remember being at the booth for that when he showed up, and that was like, I think that was the last time he went to the booth, because the security was just, they couldn't handle it. The place was a madhouse, and I remember just Eddie looked scared. He looked like he was frightened, like
really
that something bad was going to happen. So so from like 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, I don't even know if I went 89, but those were like the years I was there. And
well, you know, for the most part, he's such a private person, right? Well, to put himself out there like that with all those people.
Well, yeah, everyone's calling his name.
Yeah, yeah, they want a piece of him. Yeah,
yeah, it's, you kind of felt, I felt bad for him, definitely, because it was like overwhelming. Everybody wanted a piece for sure. So,
no,
you know, but it was interesting.
Okay, Caleb. So my next question is, I know you were a fan of Van Halen first back in like with David Lee Roth. So if you had the Frankenstein in front of you or the 5150 Kramer, which one would you take home with you?
Wow. I think the Frankenstein, just because it's where it all started.
Okay.
You know?
Jay?
Ask that again.
If there's two guitars in front of you, you got the Frankenstein painted red or the Kramer 5150, which one are you going to take home with you?
5150.
Okay. Johnny?
Oh, come on. Well, the 5150 is my favorite guitar.
There you go.
So,
John BL?
But Frankenstein
is awesome. That's right.
Probably twice as much.
I'm not thinking about money. I'm thinking about what you just like.
I'm thinking about what I could sell it for on the street. If I'm taking
this is an investment chat.
Yeah, I'd go 5150 myself.
Michael?
5150, no doubt.
Yeah, me 5152. Okay.
Wow.
It's more clean. It's got the, you know, I don't know.
I'm not going to say no to
Live Without a Neck. Come on.
Yeah.
So let's list the albums that he played those guitars on.
The first 5 records are Frankenstein.
Well, the Bumblebee was what?
He didn't play that on any record, though.
Really? He didn't? Okay.
No,
I
don't believe so.
Just live, and that was like his least favorite guitar.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that guitar that much.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
What songs, if any, did he play the Star guitar on?
On record?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know either. I'm just curious. They used it, early on. So
he used it on Women and Children First, and I don't know which songs he used it on. So
I have a picture of that without the neck. Here we go. Look at that.
He played it live. It was a live guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what song live did he use it for, or songs? That's a good question. There's only a few people that would know that answer.
And I don't even know if he would be one of the people.
Yeah, we got to get Rudy Laren on here. That would be.
So he didn't play the Bumblebee on any record? I figured Van Halen 2 would have been.
You know what? There's pictures of the Van Halen 2 sessions, and he still has the white Frankenstein. So
I've seen those. Yeah.
There's Women and Children First sessions where you see the Bumblebee in the studio, like on a stand.
Okay. So he might have played that one in the studio.
Maybe.
On that record.
Yeah, and I read a thing, one of these magazines. I don't know if it was this one. This is like Guitar World. What are we looking at? January 1984. That's the Hot for Teacher Flying V, I guess.
Yep.
But one of them, I read that, the Bumblebee, like when you see it on the back of Van Halen 2, the pickup isn't even screwed in or installed or anything. It had no pickup, and then he just sort of threw something in there for the photo. So yeah, it wasn't even sort of put together. It was just he just sort of threw the pickup in there loosely just for the photo shoot.
Yeah. That neck went straight to Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy that we all know this.
You good?
I'm good. I hit a wall. I hit a wall a few minutes ago. I'm burning out here.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good because I can't even talk. I can't talk. I've told you guys this. So Steve, take it away. JohnnyBeane.tv.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for being here, and we'll see you next week. Click all the links below. Give us a thumbs up. Right now we got 27 watching, 21 thumbs ups. That's pretty good, but give us a few more if you can. And remember the poll for this week. Every single Van Halen record, what song would you drop? I know you like them all, but what song would you go without? And I'll total up the stats. It's going to be a long
covers, no instrumentals, no acapellas.
Yeah, no covers.
It's really interesting to see the results of that, man.
Yeah. No instrumentals, no covers. Only original Van Halen songs. And tune in Tuesday for Johnny Beane Live, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see you guys again Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. Have a great Stratocaster Saturday. And we'll see you Tuesday. Adios, amigos. Beh.